Hey, Marco, you ready for the totally awesome, coolest show ever?
Listen, it's another week with this hard times out here. I'm telling you this real quickly there, Pete. People don't know about these hard times. I had to watch a terrible match with my worst son out there. Such hard times. Pete, you didn't show up to the Star Wars show. Watching some terrible, I can't even say it because it's not been 30 seconds yet, but Jack, whatever, wrestled some other clown. Just horrible hard times. You know what the real hard times was, though? I was in the comic book store today and I had my store folio and I was going, this Marvel paper, it's real hard times. And I didn't even have a bag of board. I was just throwing my books in the store folio. That's hard times, man. Trying to keep those 9/8 of books nobody want, throwing them in store folios like it's going to keep it together. That's true hard times. Hey, Pete, what's going on?
You're right about that paper.
Oh my God! Thank you to Eric who asked me. He goes, "Did you?" There's a couple issues with it. I guess we could start off talking about it, but it's not even. We won't even get to.
I don't have it as a news item. So
No. LCS. So like the store folio thing's funny, but I got a whole story about that. A little bit of PSA maybe for some people, so maybe we'll wait till get in there. But if you guys haven't, if you guys picked up your books this week, first off, what did Image print in kerosene this week? What the heck?
It's weird. I didn't know.
You told me, dude. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here? Allergies are bad enough out here. I mean, I don't think we need to be printing with paint thinner or whatever they're painting with. It's messed up. Yeah, it's hard times, right? Also, too, like then Marvel says, "Hey, look, hey, Image, if you can print with paint thinner, guess what we can do? We can give you the world's cheapest paper.
Yeah,
like the stuff is like Lululemon, the things that the fat girls wear, and then you can see their bushies all the time. They wear these things. They call them the stretchy pant things. You know the Lululemon ones.
Okay.
And you can see all their goodies and bits.
I was just gonna go with just tissue paper.
That's okay. Tissue paper, same thing. Yeah, same type of thing. That's what it. Everybody wanted their second and third prints and everything else on a paper shortage, and now guess what we've done? We can't have nice things. So now they're just saying, "F it, we don't have enough paper." So they made the pulp very thin. And this week, I mean, the books. I don't really touch my books anyways, right? Like I either put them in a preview guide or wear gloves because I am a Greek. And some of the stereotypes about us sometimes, like oily skin. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair. Some of us. Fair. Okay. So I don't touch books anyways, really. But yeah, so the paper issue, across Marvel.
It's like interior paper. It straight up is. I know that's been a talking point or a rumor, like Marvel just uses the interior paper, but no, this week, I think they really did.
Yeah, I mean, when they had the Marvel rub problems of like 2016, like they kind of addressed that, right? Like the paper stock wasn't as bad as everybody, like everybody's like, oh, they've always got the crappiest. No. I mean, their paper stock is what it is, but it's not the worst I've ever seen. And they do go in ebbs and flows with their paper stock. Same thing with the printing, and because they do regional printing because they print more copies than anybody else. So like their regional printing is a little bit different than everybody else's. But this week, I mean, you should give us a refund. You need to give us a kickback on whatever we bought because it's shit. We're good. 3 minutes in now, I could say it. It's shit. Like the paper shit, man. I don't know. Chat, tell me what you guys think about it. But like, I'm not. This isn't me joking around or over exaggerating like I normally do. I'm telling you. Like,
no. And I talk you down off the ledge when you're talking crazy, but
you
said it, and I looked at mine. I'm like, you know what? No, this paper is shit.
Yeah, it's really bad. I mean, like that's really bad. The smell. I don't know what. I've been at printing presses before, and there is a smell like that, an oil-based smell. But it's usually on the machines that rotate through. Like they got these big machines that rotate through, and then you got to keep the thing greased. Like it's a greasing in the printing press block through the. I don't know what all the names are for the thing, right? Like
all parts and
yeah. But so right around that part where you're doing the press print stuff, that part has
like the roller.
Yeah, through the roller, but through the press part of the roller. Yeah. So okay. It smells like that. It smells like almost like a oil-based, kerosene-based type. Man, it's very potent too.
It is, because I didn't notice till you said something, and then I smelled every one of these
I have a
books.
whole box because
They all
Darby Don
smell
always
like it.
talked about it, so I buy what I talk about. So I got like the kids each got 2 copies of every cover, and then I got a couple extra of the variant. And like those are bagged, but like the other ones aren't. And even reading it, because obviously I read it to the kids, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But like, or with the kids, and they loved it. But it was like my allergies were already gone, and then now like I told Pete I almost couldn't put my contacts in.
Yeah, they loved it because like the paint thinner high.
Oh yeah,
they were enjoying it because
crazy. They're having a good time. So, BK awaiting apology for a great. Well, BK, you're gonna be waiting a very long time. Let's say hi to the first person in though. Tommy, I'm glad that you watch us. I really do. We'll try to figure something out. I was actually thinking about you and our friends over there, and even some of our other friends on the West Coast, and trying to figure out a way we could maybe do a half show sometimes where we just do like a live Q&A. I don't know if that's something you guys want. Like, leave in the comments below.
there's
Maybe
something like that you guys are interested in. We can do
we'll
like
do a daytime thing. We'll take a day off of work or whatever.
Yeah,
Rodney,
if it's on a day when I'm working from home, that'll be my lunch break, and we'll just have a little. We'll all have a little lunch break together.
It's hard times. Let's go. Very good. Saying hi for the algorithm. We already addressed VK's issue. Decaf. I don't even drink coffee, to be honest with you. Eric, good to see you. Eric, I've been watching Eric's IG. Make sure you're watching his IG. He's been having some. A lot of his pickups are right down the line. There was something you picked up, Eric, that I almost texted you and said, like, you need to mail that to me. And I can't remember what it is. But it's probably in the last week or something.
Was it a gimmick cover that he's referencing?
Yeah, it's some type of like off thing that like if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But it's like, it'd almost be like Mad Balls or something like that. But it wasn't.
Oh, I didn't know. Like, was it the ferret issue with the bullet hole all the way through it, or
No. It's something he pulled out of like dollar bins or something like that.
I got you.
Dollar bin didn't get some good. Marv, why Marv? Yeah, I mean,
that's about the paper.
Marv. Lopez, good to see you. Dom, what's going on? Repair Tech Tony, good evening. This is the other thing too. The Ultimate. Oh, that is. Yes. Did you only find one of those Ultimate Warrior comics? Because if so, I've been looking for that again because I lost it somewhere. I don't know. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, I don't know why Marvel did it. I hope they change that around. And also, I don't know what was going on in the LCS today. It was very Destrucity. It's all about Destrucity BK for life. Just 1 and 2. Okay. If you find doubles, let me know. I'm looking for them. Something weird. I don't know if everybody else experienced this. So I don't know if you guys experienced the Marvel paper. I really want to hear from some of our West Coast people and see if the paper was the same quality on the West Coast. You know what I mean? Like, I know it is here on the East Coast, but I wonder if that's a uniform thing that they've done right now. And number 2, if the Image doesn't have as many printers as Marvel. It's a different type of scenario. So, but yeah, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. But yeah, there's also something weird going on today. Like, we figured it was going to be a slow day at the LCS, right? There's nothing like off and popping really. I mean, if you're down with the Ninjago thing, like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, good, right? If you were hunting for last week's G.I. Joe, by the way, that G.I. Joe stuff, at 5 stores, I found 1 copy of number 2 this week. It's people are enjoying it. I did have one guy run away and say, dude, I can't buy that because I'm going to be hooked, and you've got me hooked on enough stuff. But as far as the Ninjago thing, this is a couple of PSAs for us, because I know we have, on other channels on Zombie 4, there's really some toxic situations and really some toxic people, to be honest with you. But like here, we have a real solid crew. We have a great crew in the chat. We have a great bunch of people. It is okay if somebody comes in and starts trying to berate, let's say a manager or a worker at your LCS, your favorite LCS, and the person comes in and they say, hey, can I get this variant? And they're like, hey, no, sorry, we're sold out. What the hell are you sold out? I was the first one in here, damn it. You're lying to me. You're just selling that crap on eBay. It is very okay for you and your friends and your clansmates to stop talking about maybe Moon Knight or maybe Morbius movie or whatever and just say, well, guess somebody was looking at an app today. Maybe they should learn how to pre-order. It's okay to do that. It's also very okay to start to get really close to that person and say, Wow, man. I don't know. I can't hear that well today. Make sure that they can hear you very clearly and say, huh, bet you're going to make a whole $5 off of that $4.99 book you're making today. And go, ooh, you know what I should do? Go use my fat little chubby greasy fingers and touch all the books so I can't get any 9/8 today. Because, it's very rude to go into LCSs and belittle these people who are making like $12, $15 an hour and yell at them about stuff that's been pulled already. Don't do that. And by the way, the next thing you do is say, hey, by the way, Mr. Manager, can I get my pull list? Oh, hey, I got 2 of the 1 in 10s here. Too bad you didn't get any people. So yeah, there's that. Also, too, don't touch every book. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go like this, like touch every book and then bring in a store folio and then throw them into the store folio, non-bagged and boarded after you've touched every book and look at them. Because a little tip here about store folios, they're hard, right? So like if you take the cheap Marvel and you throw it into a store folio without bags and boards as hard as you can and shift it around after you've bent 10 copies of whatever book you think is going to be worth 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 or maybe buy you a new pair of sketches.
$7.
And I'm not knocking people who are trying to hustle because I used to Wednesday Warrior too. I'm not knocking your hustle. Yeah. Or $7. But doing that, you're not going to get the $7 out of the book you're hoping for because you're slamming it into the store folio. So please don't ruin every other book because you don't know what you're doing. PSA for the day. But besides that, it was a great day. One of my LCSs, we had a line. Usually there's no line there. We had a line and this guy got in the front and just started hooting and hollering. And then 2 down from him, it was like contagious. It was the contagiousness of a-holes today. Just the contagiousness of it. Yeah, that spider pump paper is terrible, AOA.
Yep.
So that's how my day started out. First LCS, I was hoping to get in and out in like 5-10 minutes, just BS with the boys a little bit. We ended up just having a powwow and like, maybe you guys shouldn't come back to this one.
Yeah, it is definitely more of a kid's thing.
It is a stash. Like it's a stash. It's definitely for kids, but it's definitely like, so this is how I figure with Ninjago. Because somebody asked me to explain it to them because they don't have kids and they don't understand what's going on with it. And I said, it's really crazy because Ninjago originally, when Star Wars thought it was going to lose, when Lego thought it was going to lose the Star Wars, the contract, right? They were
the IP, the intellectual
IP, yeah, they're like, crap, it was a couple years before it was coming up, but they said, we're doing so good at it, we have to figure out something of our own. So they created a ninja based world called Ninjago, and it's pretty much a green, red, blue,
the whole like Power Ranger kind of thing.
Power Ranger thing. They have dragons, they have whatever. It's
underwater, sea creatures, like different themes, and just like anything you might expect.
The smartest thing that's done, and you don't see a lot, they created the TV show to sell the toy.
Just like the old days.
So when you're thinking about long-term stuff that's not really hard, and like it's not hard to put a book away, especially considering that one's going to give you, if these first appearance things stay up, it's going to give you the first Lloyd, who is a major character. It's going to give you the first Garmadon, who's going to be the major character. It's going to give you at least a cameo of Wu, a cameo of Garmadon's wife, a cameo of the other ninjas.
Well, unless we want to look at those the Lego comics that were the
the
magazine ones.
One other tip here, if it has an ISBN number on it, it's not a first appearance. That's a book by definition. Like when you look at it, we'll do a video. That's another video me and Eric are going to do. But ISBNs they're not comics. Comics don't have ISBN numbers on it. Like there's a trade paperback thing. I get it. But we'll cover that moreover. But like, as far as comics go, Lucy's, if you want Lucy's, like this is the first appearance of them in comics. And it's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like it's not expensive right now. Yeah. Except for they might deteriorate because they smell like.
Yeah, they smell like paint.
But they're also going to be given to kids from the ages right now of probably 5 to the ages of 14 because those kids love it. And when you look at the success already of the Lego sets, whenever a dragon set comes out, whenever a mech set comes out, like in the Lego world, it's like game set match. Like those are the sets you buy in store because in 4 or 5 years, those are the expensive ones. You know what I mean? Like that's what really hits. So if you follow those trends, it's just something to think about. Maybe it won't be. But right now, when you talk to kids that are between the ages of 5 and the ages of about like 10 or 12, you know what they know? They know Minecraft, they know Ninjago, they know Sonic, Mario maybe a little bit, but like that's it. It's all about the Sonic. It's all about the Ninja and Sonic trends. Okay, Sonic. Whenever a new movie comes out or a new it trends. Ninjago, Minecraft, they don't go anywhere, bro. It's every day, every day. That's it. That's their life.
Yeah, my son was showing me a book. He's like, I want this set. I was like, buddy, you're showing me an old book. Like, and I looked at him. I showed him the print. Like, this book came out in 2012. I'm like, this book came out when you were born. They don't make these anymore. Like, these are expensive. If I have to go find this set now, so no, we're not looking for this set.
Yeah, I've been lucky. I have a lot of friends in that world, and I get a little bit, like
like no, we look at Target what they have right now. You can pick one of those sets.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just kind of like the theory behind the Ninjago book, and it was actually done really well. I got to tell you, for all the kids that, because you know me, I have a clipboard and I like to do polls. But for like the 6 kids or 7 kids of different age groups, I asked what they thought. One of the best thing I think I heard was one of the kids that said like, "So where's the next one? Well, can we read the next one now? Can we read the next one now?" And they were like, really, it was a girl too, and she's like really into it. And the other ones were like, yeah, this is gonna keep going and everything else. So like, I really think, and that's surprising because usually in the girl's life, it's like, there's a lot of pony and stuff like that. But like, it really does seem to be not just cross generational, because it's like over 10 years now that they've had this, but it's also like cross, because like technically it is, because the kids that are like 12 and, same little ones, but it's also gender.
Yeah, it's for everybody.
Yeah, it's for everybody. So they're going to come out. Pixel's going to come. There's a bunch of girl characters that will be coming out because they started adding those into, and they're looking into them like the.
They got them in the sets, at least the ones out right now.
Yeah, and they're really big. So, like Rom is okay, but I think it's more like He-Man, GI Joe, those type of things. Like
I think of it like when our kids are working and they're older and they have money and disposable income, that's when they're going to be spending money on the things that we are spending on GI Joes. Where my brother, who's 10 years younger than me, is buying like Power Ranger and Dragon Ball type stuff. Like Ninjago will be like their kind of thing. Like,
and I would say that like maybe I'd be a little hesitant on it, but why I'm so bull on Ninjago. And look, I'm not trying to sell you guys on it. Don't buy it.
Me either. I spend so much money on my son buying this stuff. I know he's into it, so I'm buying it too.
But like when you look at just average retired Lego sets compared to Ninjago retired sets, like kids are already making their parents buy the back version. Like that's why the price is already spiking on the retired sets of Ninjago. And by the way, don't call it Ninjago. Even though I call Pokemon, like the kids they'll cut you. You call it Ninjago. Ninja Go? No, they'll cut you for that too.
Ninja Go.
It's also the other thing that they've done really well, and this is what I wish that Marvel and realistically, this is something I wish DC would do a lot better with, is like the reader books. When you start getting into chapter and reader books, Ninjago does so
they did actually. Yeah.
Good. They do so. There's not one kid that doesn't go to their library as a kindergarten first grader that didn't pick out a Ninjago book.
Yeah, those like level 1s, level 2,
level 1s, the pre-K ones.
Like I said, I know where all my money goes, so I will continue to keep putting it there.
Yeah, Rush. What Rush?
Django Unchained.
Yeah. Isn't that what it's called? Oh no!
This is like Django Unchained.
Django Unchained. I know, but I think there was something about Django Unchained. And what is the one called this week? What is it called? It's Garmadon. It's something weird.
I don't know.
What, dude? It's so funny. One of the kids was like, mystery. I bet you it's the other one. Which one's the true one? And I was like, okay, commentary time. Like 86. We're gonna let you read the book, but like, I don't need that. Kids are funny, man. They're funny. What is this guy? We said hi to 808, kind of. Hey, 808, good to see you. But reading it is rough. Yeah, Rom.
Yeah. AOA, are you on the East Coast or the West Coast? Because we're wondering if the West Coast paper is as bad. Because you said the Marvel paper was shit too. So I'm just curious.
Yeah, AOA, are you West Coast? How's the paper out there? What is this? Ryan? No, Roski Hero? What is it?
Hero. Just saying hello.
Hey
man.
Be on Twitch, my man. Great. Like to see it. Cool stuff. I don't know what that is exactly, but great to have you in. Thank you for coming. Agreed. I like the original one, but not much after that for Rom yet. And then I go, oops. Oh my gosh. Zaggy, good vibes. Oh, you feeling okay? All right. Hope you're doing all right. Oh, by the way, Corbin is sick too. So, floor. Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Zag, where are you at? Zag's got to be on the East Coast. In Jago. All right, Harris. But the Buffy guy, good to see you. Chef Harris, good to see you. T-Bone, it's great to have you. Anybody on the West Coast? Who's on the West Coast? Let us know what the Marvel paper situation is.
I clicked at the same time.
We haven't got into the okay. What can we checking for? Okay, take the cover of your West Coast paper, get your gloves out or whatever you need to do. Take it, see if you can kind of see through it, or compare it to last week's Marvel.
Yeah, just look at I literally looked at last week's books. I'm like, wait a second, this cover is flimsy as hell.
James, don't feel shamed. I just started getting to chat, man. Good to see you, brother. Good to have you in here. T-Bone's good to see you. I think we called everybody out right now. I'm on the West. Zaggy, we've asked you for 10 minutes then, dude. I know you're bro. If anybody could give us a true description on the paper quality out there for the Marvel comics we compared to
last week. This week's is thinner. Like it is different.
East in the Midwest and the East Coast, it is garbage.
It is different. It is like the same as the interior.
No, is it thinner than last week though? It's the thin stuff that they do every once in a while. Is that what you're saying, Zaggy? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember. And you know what they did? They used glossier print on it to try to make it
hide it.
Yeah, hide it. Fucking
put some lipstick on the pig to make it look prettier.
Yeah. It's thinner, dang. Okay, there you go. Yeah,
it's bad.
It's real.
I'm afraid to read it.
Yeah, luckily nothing good came out this week. Did anybody read Spider-Punk, by the way? I read it.
Not yet, but I do have it.
What the fuck? I don't know. You know, it's one of those ones where it's so off the beaten path that I'm probably gonna love it because it's just kind of it's crap. But BK, we're gonna get to Moon Knight by the end of the news. BK, I think we're gonna.
We haven't even started the news.
It's almost yes, it is. It's almost transparent. Well, this is a big thing. We're gonna have to retitle this, dude. It is so bad. I'm gonna get the gloves.
It is like I got a white cover that you see through.
Gloves. I'm gonna see. Yeah, can you see through? Yeah, I was gonna grab the gloves. I'll grab one of these Spider Punks. I only bought one Spider Punk. Oh, hey, you know something cool? Also,
I got the Black Widow 15, the Carrie Andrews one. I'm telling you, I could see you guys through it. I could completely see the Hulk.
Yeah,
I see the Spider-Man ride. It's a Universal Resorts tour, right? That's what's on the inside that you guys can see. You guys can see it through the paper.
Yeah, you can see the gloss. See, they added gloss to it.
Yeah,
you can tell from the camera, from the glare.
It is just so shiny.
Yeah.
It's so thin.
Rock and roll biography of Let Me Hit the Shelves. Yes, Let Me Hit the Shelves.
It is so thin.
Yeah, it's bad.
You can even hear it.
Hey, this is kind of interesting though, Pete. So this is interesting before we get into news. So I do kind of have a pickup, but it's a weird pickup. So I kind of I get Black Series obviously every once in a while. I kind of gave up on them because it's like a year out ordering. And I ended up ordering stuff a lot. When they first started it, the first thing they did that with was the Flame Trooper, but they didn't tell anybody.
There you go on this.
So then when I realized that I had ordered the Flame Trooper and another character, and they had already come out, it had already been almost 6 months since the Flame Trooper came out and 3 months since the other figure. So I was like, I don't know what to do. And then I had to try to find the receipt because I paid up front for it. So I went to the GameStop and I said, hey, look, here's like the number. I used the dummy number. The guy looked it up and he went in the back and he's like, we've been holding it for you. It's like 6 months older. We were about to save it. So he gave me this one. And then he gave me the other one. He gave me this one too. Night Brother. So I ordered the Night Brother, right?
Then,
the Savage Press, but they call it the Night Brother, but it really is.
Yeah.
It's a gaming great version. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Because I felt bad. Like, what was I going to do? The paper stinks, Dave. The paper is super thin. It's going to be tough. Yes.
I don't know. Well, mine's pretty sharp, so if you don't touch it, it might stay that way.
It'll be okay, but they're going to touch.
You can't read the book then.
File though to go, it's going to get as soon as they grade it.
But read online, I guess.
I thought I think it's fair. Like if they were like, hey, listen, that one figure came out 6 months ago. Like you don't get any money for that. I would have been fair. That's my bad. I should have just gone to because it's a store. It's the store by where I go watch the movies. It's further away. It's okay. there's a Target there too, but like the parking lot, like there's craters. They haven't fixed the parking lot in a long time. They ain't fixing it anytime soon, bro. It just ain't happening. So, but then the guy's like, not only that, but since it had been so long, you also get like a $10 credit. So I was like, what? So then I picked up this. They have Marvel sticker books again. Do you remember these from when you were a kid?
What?
Yeah, Marvel. So Panini came out with the Marvel sticker books with the Marvel sticker packs.
With the packs too, all right?
Yeah, with the packs. So I think I'm going to maybe after openings, I'm going. Oh, this one ripped. Oh, somebody must have opened it already. Dang it. No, maybe I did.
Are you going to put them in the sticker book?
Yeah, maybe. I don't. Well, let's see what it is.
The sticker book.
But look. It was pretty much free as far as I could see because I thought I was going to lose it. That's Sasquatch. What the hell is that? Look at the size of this. What is this?
Well, what is that?
I don't know. I don't even know
what's a gorilla, like a giant gorilla, giant golden gorilla.
Oh, but they've got the House of M stuff in there, and they got. Oh, what is it? This is like a red shiny. So I think I might be doing some of that just for fun, maybe with the kids. You saw those at Walmart? Yeah, aren't they fun? Next to the Ace Hardware near the Wolverine. No, the Ace Hardware is like legit, like super duper nice and super duper clean. Was that man, Abe? I don't know. Sticks. Good to see you, by the way. Anyways, let's get in. Pre-ordered the Boba Steel Pop, but didn't get Dave. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Dave Chappelle tickets. That stinks, I guess.
What?
You didn't get those?
Those go together?
Dude, it's Zaggy. Everything.
All right, that explains it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. What are you doing? Are you questioning Zaggy? You're not questioning Zaggy at this point. All right, so the West Coast paper was bad as the East Coast paper. Man, that's a shame. I don't know. They got to fix it. You can't have nice things, but it's partially our problem. So,
So half hour in after ranting and raving about paper, talked about Ninjago and people berating LCS employees.
Yeah, well, I mean, we kind of always wanted this to be an LCS show.
I know. Yeah,
we actually go to LCSs. I mean,
what's the only problem? That's why I feel kind of shitty though, because I didn't get to go to my LCS today because I had no time. I'm going tomorrow.
There's a line of people like buying Scooby Doo book because I think a Bing went off. I mean, there really was like shit for content. There's crap for content for people. So like, you got to do something, right? I mean, you can't go.
So.
If you didn't know about Ninjago and you didn't know about G.I. Joe last week, then what are you going to do, right? Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to the news. Let's see what we got.
All right. Run this.
Oh, nice. You go on Saturdays to your shop. Then how did you check Zag? How did you check the paper if you went Saturday to shop? It looks like Bruno, does it? Well, maybe we'll change the thumbnail to paper thin or something like that. I don't know. Because everybody talk about Bruno, baby. Don't even bring up that song. Kids from all over will start singing it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we're gonna hit that up on Sunday. We'll obviously have Dom and us. We'll do the Hasbro Wednesday.
We're all gonna sing the Bruno song.
No, the White Fader that they did. Yeah, they're really keeping the 9/8 down this week.
All right, we got our news for today. As always, we'll start off with the box office. I'm changing the order a little bit today, kind of spread things out. But we're going to start with the box office because, yes, Morbius came out this week, and it was.
Hey, we're going to have spoilers. We're kind of spoiler. We're not going to really spoil it, but,
It was number one with about 40 million, 39. So, not a huge opening, but it was still number one.
But it only cost $100 million to make this, and with international, it's already passed.
Yeah, international, I think, already made like 85, so it's pretty close. It probably already has its money back now that it's Wednesday, so they probably already broke even.
Oh, the Batman did good once again.
Yeah, worldwide, yeah, it's crossed 700, so it's still chugging along.
Good. Actually, one of my friends finally watched that, so we got to talk about both of these movies.
Yeah, but on the bad side, but we're gonna get into this. I just want to get this out of the way
a little bit.
I just want to get this out of the way because I know people are gonna just talk about it, especially people who haven't seen it yet.
Hey,
we both have seen it. I went yesterday, and I think you went yesterday. We did see it, but it did earn well as far as comic book movies go. Let's qualify it. It's comic book movies, the lowest score since that Josh Trank Fantastic Four movie because it got a C+.
So here's the problem, though. The before the movie came out, like a month, there's tons of. I think it's a real big problem with, and this is what because I went back and after I watched it, I went back to see what was going on because I kind of had heard, but you know me, Pete, I don't really listen to anybody. I go out there and form my own
I know.
stuff, and
I don't
that's
usually either. I don't care. I don't care whether people rate things. I'm going to go
so.
see it for myself.
I really I thought the ending was fine, Zaggy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
A little abrupt, just kind of.
But if you looked at it, then I started looking at it, and I'm not quite sure the people who are the critics watched it, nor did the people who are like the people who are giving it 5 stars. Some of them didn't seem to watch it, right? And some of the critics, their criticism of this is like, it was a superhero movie. Like, yeah, what the fuck did you want? Like,
Yeah.
You know, the one thing I'll say about Morbius is this: spoiler alert. When you cannot say Morbius was a bad movie and then in the same stroke complain that there's too much politics, too much of a message. It's not close enough to the actual superhero in the comic book. You know, those aren't things you can say because Morbius, it wasn't brain surgery. It was what it was supposed to be. They literally gave you what it was. They gave you the comic book Morbius. And like, if you're like, oh, it needed an R rating, get the fuck out of here. If you go,
it didn't.
If you're like, oh, it didn't make, oh, you know, I couldn't quite understand what was going on. No, you could. You did. You understood. There's just no secret message there. There's no pointing. There's no 85 Easter eggs. It's very simple. It was taking vampires from being twinkle-toed people that like can be in the sun somehow or whatever back to Underworld / Blade. I mean, it was an hour and 25 minutes of a superhero movie. It was good. You know how Batman was good, but it was too long and Batman really wasn't, the Batman part was debatable. You know what I mean? About how good Batman was in that? This wasn't it. This wasn't too long. I will say my one criticism on the ending, not the cutscenes, because if you didn't understand the cutscenes, maybe at the end while we're opening up packs, I'll explain the cutscene to you. However, at the ending, that last fight scene was, what was it, 26 seconds long? 32, something around there, 32 to 26 seconds. They could have extended that to a minute. That's the only thing I would argue was almost to the point of egregious. Now, is Morbius a great movie? No. But not everything is great or crap. Yeah. There's stuff that could just be what it is.
It could be what it is. I know exactly what you're saying. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be Citizen Kane, and it doesn't have to be.
Right, Dwayne Scott. That's what it is. And that's what the movie. What did you want out of it? There was a cool thing we were talking about. Like, there's a lot of Art Deco and stuff. And like, I guess I doxed myself. I told everybody that I'm a praiser. So I knew. I kind of noticed that. And I want to know how many people know that. There was a Miss Webb because there's a Victorian chair. It did not fit in the background. There's actually a Victorian.
I missed it. We were talking about before we started the show. And I missed that.
The Miss Webb thing. So there was kind of like Easter eggs, but I don't think those are Easter eggs that like even the critics are going to catch. Like, they're just so obscure. It was just how it was supposed to be, man.
Yeah. Well, let's clarify one other thing too, because you saw it in IMAX. I just saw it in a regular theater, and I had a hard time tracking some of the action because it must have been a shitty project. Like, it was just so dark at times. I couldn't make out what some of the CGI, what was going on.
That's what I might go back and try to watch it in regular. Because I watched the Batman at that same one, but I didn't watch it in IMAX. I watched it in regular. And my excuse all the time is like, whenever they say it's a gritty movie, it just looks dirty. Like, dirty is not grit.
Yeah. That's why I couldn't see what was going on. Things are flying around, it's moving fast. I'm like, I don't know what's going on because it's just.
Hey, what's up, JP? Yeah, Matrix was 70. But I think like, you know, like I said, I think Batman, if you're giving it out of 5, like the Batman movie is probably a 4, right? And Morbius is probably a 3 3/4. I mean, it's a different thing though. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like Batman.
No, they're not the same thing. I'm not putting them on the same
thing. Like, I know they're both superhero movies, but they're not the same thing. You know what I mean? No. It was dark. Okay, so I watched it in, and maybe that's what I need to do is just start watching everything in IMAX. It only costs it was $7 to watch in IMAX because of where I go. You know what I mean? But I should show the pictures.
It's just the IMAX theater is just further away, so I was like, I'm not driving all the way out there.
I did, except for then a couple came in and then sat right behind me. Like, and they were 20 minutes late to the movie, and I'm like, why are you even like, I don't know.
Mm.
I don't think that's it. Prince, I don't think that's an unpopular. Everybody I've talked to that have actually watched it has said the same thing. I like the movie.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great. I'm not going to tell you it's the greatest movie ever.
Pete did say
it's not.
It sucks. Yeah, you said it sucked. Pete, the first thing you said was it sucked.
When did I say it sucked?
When it came out,
I said meh.
like, meh.
Meh. That's not it sucked. That's it's middle of the road to me. But that's the same way I felt about the first Venom. I still haven't seen the second Venom, by the way. Just haven't gotten around to it.
Okay, so that's what so the issues that they made with the second Venom. Okay, if I can, real quickly, I said all along, I just want to be entertained for 2 hours. I'm not looking for anything more than that. Just some solid effects, an incredible looking character. This is exactly what Morbius was. And by the way, if they keep doing this with Craven and all the rest of them, I think it's going to work. I really think it's going to work. I think they've got something here. Like, you don't need it. As far as darkness went, maybe it is that. Maybe I need to just start watching everything in the IMAX. But the dark, if you go out at night in the city, if you've ever lived in the city, and not always in the nicest areas, and some of the, like, I was in Detroit in the Kwame era, so like not the best of times. But I've also been in Chicago when they started building it up, and it was really nice. Like, there's a darkness at night. Okay, for some reason, the people at DC never understand what the fuck the darkness is light is. Like, it's always like they use the red emergency orange background coloring for ambient light. They didn't do that here. They used actual ambient light. A lot of it was, even some of it was like neon, like cities. And then when it got to the dark portion, it was like the actual blackness of dark, which is not pitch black. You know, like, even if you're on country roads, it's not pitch black. There's a weird darkness that gets
And no, I'm just saying it just looked muddy, but I don't think it was a problem with the movie.
I think that was yours.
I think it was just maybe the projection, because, like I said, there's a bit with all the bats in the beginning where you're going through a cave full of bats. Not that I'm spoiling anything there, but
I will say that
I couldn't see a damn thing because it was just dark. I couldn't see it, but I'm sure you probably saw tons and tons of bats clinging to a ceiling, which is what I assumed was there.
All you would see was the faces. I think it was supposed to be blurry because you were looking through.
No, it just was just dark. I thought it was just in shadow.
You never
I
saw
didn't know anything was happening. I thought the projector went out for a minute. It was just so.
Oh, maybe I'm sorry. Then maybe that's your projector. No,
that's what I mean. I think it was just a crappy theater.
The Venom, like, skipping around bullshit fight. They did that sequence again, but they did it better this time because they used the coloring and like
they tried to do the color.
The coloring
trails.
The smoke trails. So it actually worked because of a vampire. It worked with the smoking. I thought that was actually really well. I do understand.
Was good too. Doctor Who was a good villain.
Oh, the guy that played. Okay, yeah, he played Hunger, but he didn't play Hunger like Hunger.
Yeah, they kept calling him Milo for some dumbass reason.
Yeah. I mean,
that was just dumb. But that's just a poor choice. That's it. You know,
I think the one thing that probably is going to fall flat, but I thought was kind of a shit on because it was kind of funny. They did a really good job, and then they made a joke like "I am Venom" in it, which kind of, during his part right after a scene where they did a better version of a Venom fight, which I thought was cute.
What was weird is the scene didn't play out the same way as the trailer.
What do you mean?
In the trailer, he does the "I am Venom" bit, and then he says, "Oh no, I'm Dr. Michael Morbius." Like he introduced it in the trailer, but that's not how the movie played out. He said something else, or the dude just ran off. Like, they just cut it. It was just cut differently.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, like I said, I thought it was well done. The villain,
yes, Matt Smith.
He had a hero, a villain, a love interest, a story. There's a little bit of suspense. And by the way, Jared Leto, this is the best Jared Leto's been in a very long time. It really is. Like, you could talk about the weird stuff, how they were putting him in a wheelchair or whatever else.
Yeah, his method acting,
which is butt ass crazy. But like, the night before, I watched The Outsider, which is a Yakuzuku like take, and he's in it, and he's bad.
Oh, that's right. The one, yeah, I got you.
2018 it came out because I just wanted to get a feeling for like his recent acting style. Just because I'm like, the Joker thing really sucked. So I was trying to
watch Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, he was good in that, but I wanted something more recent than that. Like 2018 is pretty recent, right? Like, that's in the last couple of years. Years.
True.
So I got a feeling for that. And I was like, wow, if he does anything like this, it's going to be really terrible. Like, it's going to be bad. But he seemed realistic to play the Doctor. And the Doctor, they didn't change around him much.
He was very good in that.
Yeah, he did Requiem for a Dream.
That was peak, but he was good in that. And Marlon Wayans too.
Double J, you could say he's a terrible. I agree. I mean, I won't say he's a terrible actor. I'll say he's not a lot of stuff that he's in. He's not good at. But this, once again, like the Dr. Morbius character was really good. The Morbius version, I thought for a character that like you do have to remember the like that was the one comment that I think somebody said. It was one of the things when I got out and I asked because there was a 12. They played two movies. There was mine, and I actually think the people went to the wrong one. So there's mine who had nobody in it for 30 minutes, and then some random couple showed up. And there was another one that started 15 minutes later, and that one had about 6 or 7 people, and they ended up showing up. So of course, I waited and I took out my clipboard and hooted and hollered with them outside. And the one dude was like, "Yo, man, for vampires, there should be blood everywhere and killing." And I was like, and they're like, they didn't do the character justice. And I was like, I didn't want to say anything, but I was like, he was in the era where you couldn't do vampires.
Yeah,
so
that's why he was created.
And he had like the hand thing. Yeah, so like I think they did do it justice, and they actually did move that over. And what they did too, which was very great, was like to start it off that he's not hunting criminals so much yet. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Here's if you don't want to hear, but he invented a synthetic blood, which was really cool. I mean, that was really
you can. Otherwise, he would really be just mirroring what they did with Venom. We're only going to eat bad people. Like we don't need to see that twice. So I agree with you. That was a nice change.
I thought that was a very nice turn for it, a very nice twitch on it, a very nice thing for it. And like I said, like I mean, every movie doesn't have there really isn't that many masterpieces when you think about it.
No, I know. Again, my problem were I couldn't make out some things because it was a little blurry. It was a little quick at the end.
Saggy. He does,
and it was only like an hour and a half. I'm used to spending 2.5 hours when I spend my money now. It was only like
well, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like it for a movie to be 2.5 hours, you have to have. I think that always becomes a pacing problem, right? And that was another comment. They're like, "Oh, they should have made it longer." I was like, "Would you want to make it longer? 34 seconds?" Because like that, it shouldn't have been any longer. The movie.
No, it shouldn't have been. This shouldn't have been much longer. I just felt like the end was just a little rushed. Like I was like, I didn't have time to get my popcorn and stuff together to clean up my trash.
Prince, you're right. He was a living vampire to get around it, and they didn't. But what they did in the movie to kind of nod to that and still let him be it. It was, he looked the part. He acted it. I mean. A little bit of a little bit crazy, but also like, the guy's an attractive dude and he plays an attractive dude there. I mean, how hard is it? Like he did what he was supposed to do. He played himself really. Who are we missing? Who's Paul? Hey, Paul, where's Paul? Anyways. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was really good. It's definitely worth the watch. It's definitely worth the buy. I know people are going to criticize it. Double J. But go out there and watch it probably. And I think I know people had a problem with the cutscene, and we'll talk about it at the end of the show when we're opening packs, and I want to hear Pete's opinion on it.
The Matthew Broderick movie? All right. I mean, yes, the old days you could do 90 minutes.
Yeah, I like it. No, not the old. You can still do 90 minutes. Do 90 minutes.
Oh, you still can, but I feel like wait, I'm just going to say this. Just like, they were upcharging for Batman. They're like, you know what? We're going to charge people a few dollars extra to see this movie. You know what? When a movie's shorter, they should charge it a little bit less. No, they can get more showings in.
What they should do is not charge you more. And Batman didn't need 3 hours. It really
no. But if they do, that's what I'm saying. If a movie is like 3 hours or 3.5 hours, feel free, charge me a little bit more because I am taking up your time.
That's funny. Yeah, he's still okay. Fair enough. I mean, watch it first to give a fair opinion on it.
Yeah, I don't think he was like sending dead rats and like use condoms to his co-stars like he did on Suicide Squad. But
hey, whatever his can we at least sometimes like if you're not like praising like I think we can get in trouble for saying even on YouTube what it is, but like the German like thing in World War II. If you're not doing something like that, like. Can we just not care what you do? Like, can we not care what you put on Twitter? Can we not care that you have a wheelchair that goes to the bathroom? Can we just not care? Because I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care about any of that.
Entertaining. I don't care. Okay. Jared Leto. Yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah. No, they was good in that too.
He's good.
Eggshell?
Under 2 hours, and they have a lot to do. Yes, and see that is you have 2 hours, under 2 hours, a lot to do. But that's well, we'll see how much it is because it really looks like I think we're having a problem, the Mephisto problem again in multiverse, from what I've heard everybody's opinion on it. So I would go with kind of an open mind that it is under 2 hours, and maybe it's not what you think it is. Maybe it's not an Illuminati movie where the X-Men show up and then all of a sudden every Avenger Endgame and that whole stuff. Maybe we tone that down.
Temper your expectations a little bit.
Maybe we should just do that. Better acting than his music. What's funny, Marv, is somebody in the LCS today, the guy that was mad about Slam because we made fun of him for throwing the books in there after he was rude to the person, said, well, at least Leto sucks as an actor, but at least he makes good music, and then stomped out the door. And I was like, okay, and come back for whatever your garbage. Yeah, here we go. 16 to 7.
This is what I wanted to do. Yeah, but this supports what you're saying. Yeah, I guess the critics don't like it, but the audiences are.
Yeah,
they're about Ryan. Like I said, 70
right? Those reviews. Some of them were a little bit overrated. Some of them were under. Once again, I think there's a proper place for a lot of people's comments. I'm sick of hearing every movie should be rated R, and that's not high.
It's not the truth.
This movie right here was yours, by the way. If you read Morbius, this 100% was yours because this is Morbius. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, it 100% is. Going for 90, that's madness. Oh, Zeggy's got jokes. All right. Yeah, editors ain't what they used to be. I get you, but I think we're both. Yeah, watch it. It was worth the dollars we spent. Probably was worth double.
It was definitely worth a matinee.
JJ, I mean, like 70 is not that great, sure, but like, if you actually read what
I'm just pointing out the difference between the two.
Yeah. I think there's a big difference. Like I said, check out our chat. Everybody in our chat said it's worth it. Was there anybody in the chat that watched Morbius? And feel free, if you have a differing opinion, every movie should have graphic nudity.
AOA is doing the best.
Yeah, AOA, you're right. There's that guy. In every fifth comment in any movie that's not rated R is like, not enough blood, gore should have been rated R. Oh, weren't true. Some dude said, wasn't true to Morbius, should have been rated R, not enough blood in the LCS. And I go, you didn't watch the movie, did you? And he goes, no, but I read the reviews, so I know. And I'm like, okay, dude. Like,
you read the reviews, so you know.
I don't know. Read the spoilers in the reviews. Okay, bud. Did you watch the movie or not? Like, stop giving opinions. I guess that's a thing now with the internet. You can just give opinions on what the internet says, and you're supposed to be right.
Yeah.
Watch it. Watch the movie, give your own opinion in chat. For everybody in chat that saw it, give us a grade real quickly. I'll read them off and highlight them, but I don't think we're going to get anything.
Yes. And JJ, I will also agree. There's a place for those movies too. There will be a weekday night where I'm going to sit and I'm going to watch that Lost Kingdom movie with Sandra Bullock and Brad Pitt and Channing Tatum. I'm just going to sit and watch it, and I'm probably going to go, it's all right. Nothing wrong with the movie. It's all right.
You know what was funny? Well, okay, leftover Carnage NC-17. Come on. What was funny though? It was really cool and interesting with it was 8 out of 10 C+. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't think that's out of pocket. Now I forgot what I was going to say because of JJ's comment.
Well, let's keep rolling.
Yeah, we'll move on. But like Pitch Perfect. I love that movie. It's one of the great movies of all time of its genre. It's like great. Like
yeah, nothing wrong with Pitch Perfect.
Everything has a place. New Doc Strange, did you watch what was the trailer they released today? Was it the I'm Going Home trailer or whatever for this?
I don't know if I saw a trailer today, but tickets were on sale today.
Yeah, they released something. It was cool.
And then I went to go buy tickets, and I'm like, why am I going to buy tickets today? Like, what am I worried? It's going to sell out? I don't want to be in a theater that's super duper. I'm still not that comfortable. I don't want to be in a super packed theater. So
I don't like to wait in general. So like, especially when, I have a habit of having people drop pickle jars on my toes.
Yeah, they put they rest their head, they take a nap on you.
Yeah, the lady that took a nap on me. That's everyday stuff for me. So
yeah, but this was it though. That tickets went on sale today. So if you you can buy your tickets today.
Yeah, cool. I'll try to get a matinee someplace. I'll take a little time.
That's what I'm shooting for. Okay, that's what I'm shooting for. Mm-hmm. Then we got to the rumors that.
Can I say something in the trailer that came out that I watched today? That's where my decision is. I think we're getting a ton of versions of Like, I even think the binary is a version of Strange because I watched it in 0.25.
Huh?
Yeah, I watched it in HD 1020p. Watched
Okay.
it in 0.25 speed instead of the usual speed. And I think we're going to get a ton of Wanda and a ton of Strange and a ton like I think it's going to be multitude of madness of Strange and Wanda, like a lot of
Probably.
it, like a whole lot. And then you're going to have Chavez, like America Chavez apparently showed like in almost every scene that Strange was in this one. You know, it was like
Yeah, she looks like she might be in it a bit.
all over. She was in the
There was
doorway.
also well, not a rumor, but there was also a confirmation that the twins are going to be in the movie. I was going to put it in the news, but I didn't. But apparently,
Yes.
we are going to get the kids. They're going to show up again. So Wanda's
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, they do show up. They show up.
Yeah.
She does the they disappear thing. But then her zombie form shows up, his zombie form shows up. Like every
Yeah.
version of those two are going to
But
show up.
I don't know if this little bit of a headline about Silver Surfer getting teased in Captain Marvel is really true. I'm going to get into this more tomorrow with Dollar Bin because there is a character that they're tying back because some actor said he was playing this character that showed up in the Silver Surfer comic for one issue because he did some work on the board, some Kree. And I'll talk about tomorrow. So watch
Wait,
Dollar Bin Digging tomorrow, and you'll know what the heck I'm talking
Marvel.
about here. But this is just I don't think we're getting Surfer yet. Not this way.
Okay.
Kind of tied to our WWE. This is ridiculous, by the way. Apparently, there were rumors that Becky Lynch, I know you don't watch WWE these days.
Oh, I watched the mess that was WrestleMania.
There were rumors that
time.
the former Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch was going to be in Black Panther 2 because she was spotted on set. This is the woman that somebody said was her.
Not Becky Lynch.
Looks
That woman could beat up Becky Lynch, though. I'll tell you that. You know what? I'll give you this. Becky Lynch, Bloodstone. Yeah, she could play Bloodstone, but not Becky Lynch. The Becky Lynch match with what's the young lady's name with the long
Bianca
hair?
Belair.
Bianca Belair. Great, but a pacing problem. It was a good match. Yeah. The only problem is the pacing.
Yeah, pacing was a little off, and there was that one flub. Did you see Bianca Belair's face on Monday?
Oh no, I didn't. No, I only watched.
Yeah, because there was that one miss where Lynch kicked her in the face by accident off the top rope.
Yeah,
she had her eye was just black. Like it was.
I will say the tag team, the 3-way tag team match was the greatest match out of the 2 days of the match, and the women's was obviously almost the worst, except for the guy from Jackass and whatever that other thing was. That is by far the biggest backyard mud wrestling bullcrap.
Oh, that was just that was good.
No,
it was
garbage. It was a waste. No garbage.
No, it was a palate cleanser. It just
no, it wasn't.
You didn't know what to expect.
You had enough garbage. You didn't need that garbage added on. It was really bad.
No, that was fine. The Johnny Knoxville thing was fine.
It was horrible.
No, I was more disappointed in the way they had to cut the
BK. There was
Roman Reigns match.
BK. We stop the match now and yell at the camera. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna win. That's the pacing problem. You don't need to sit there and yell at the camera for a camera shot.
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna stick with the wrestling. We can do that later in the wrestling part. We're gonna move on. Keep moving.
Man.
Anthony Mackie insists he's not in Black Panther 2. People keep wondering if he is because he gave an update saying that he saw on set. It looks fantastic. But then people were asking, well, how did you see them filming on set if you're not in the movie?
Because he's probably running around someplace that they're shooting.
I know, but that's it. So that's what the whole basis is this story.
I mean, okay.
He said it looks good.
Dude,
he's not in it.
Do you have the Star Wars thing that we had to deal with this week in this news or no?
I don't know. No. I think we say that for Sunday.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we'll say that. I know what you're talking about.
There was a lot of content for people, like people who aren't used to creating content had to try to create content this week, so they could create bad crap like this.
Yeah. Moving, just keeping it rolling. Madam Web. This is a ridiculous headline because she literally said nothing. We do not know who this girl still is playing. She's cast to be in Madam Web. People are still speculating. At first, she could be Maddie Franklin. She could have been Spider-Gwen. Now she might be Black Widow, not Black Widow, Black Cat, or Silver Sable, which is going to lead into something else we're talking about later. Yeah, maybe. She could be playing any of these characters. I don't know, but they haven't said yet, so it's not really news yet. But we'll see. All we know is this girl's going to be in the movie and she's going to play somebody.
Yeah, maybe Mackie's dating somebody on the Black Hat set.
That's possible. Oh, this one I
Zach,
put in here for Corbin, but Corbin couldn't make it. Couldn't make it today, but yeah, apparently
oh, fuck.
we're getting a Zach Morris here on Ezra Miller. They're giving him a timeout, saying, "Hold on, we're not moving forward with all this stuff
What did
right
he
now."
do again?
This is well, I know he choke slammed some girl before, but that's not the latest. The latest thing was
Oh,
like he berated somebody like at a karaoke or something, or
okay. How hard?
yeah, no, he's done
Get
some
Will Smith somebody.
out of hand stuff.
Why people? I mean, like, what? Like, did he put his hand on something? If he choke slammed somebody,
That's
that you
apparently,
get it for that. But
and
like,
it
if you
wasn't
get
like, oh,
choked
just a story. I
slammed-
think there was even, you know, I don't know.
all right.
It is what it is. We'll see.
He assaulted them verbally, leftover, or physically. If he physically assaulted them, getting rid of them. If not, and caught. Oh, well, if this is the case, uh, okay. And do you go to bars? Do you go to bars? Because if you're gonna drink, he threatened to kill a couple in Hawaii.
Nope. The real reason is he yelled at Jedi Johnson.
Oh, well, now he's done. Get him out. Get him out. Eric, he seems mentally unstable. Now, if that's the case, let's just not cancel the poor kid. Let's get him some help.
Yeah.
And he's not John from John Watts Comics. What's up, John? He's not even a good actor. Well, okay. Now, if you want to get rid of him because he's not a good actor,
I don't want to say that about the kid because he has done some work that I've liked. I just don't like him as Flash. That's just my personal preference.
wait, time out. He almost got arrested. I mean, once again, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, no, he did get arrested. We did the
10
shot
times
last
in
week,
the month of
remember?
March? Yeah, I remember something. I just don't remember what it was. No, okay, so we want to cancel him because we don't like him as an actor. Is that what we're doing here, guys? Come on. Let's not do that. Now, if
I don't want to cancel him. I just don't want them to
if
make
he's
this
smacking
Flash
people,
movie.
yeah, if he's smacking people and choking them, like, good day, sir. You're dropping some stuff that you shouldn't be saying.
Well, kind of moving on to something I really don't know if I want. They're gonna reboot The Crow
Why?
with the It actor Bill Skarsgård and
played,
apparently Rupert Sanders, who's
isn't that
done
the guy
some
that
movies.
he's the guy that played Queen. What's his name? Frank Mercury, isn't it?
No. He played Pennywise in It.
Whatever.
You're thinking of Remy Malik, who's the bad guy in the last Bond movie too.
You can yell at people all, dude. Listen, if I got in trouble for all the people I yelled at,
And I don't even know who this is. Of course, I don't pay attention to much current music and things, but apparently she's also going to be in the movie cast as the fiance that you know what happens if you saw The Crow.
yeah, Ken, I think I agree. Can we just let the Crow thing be the Brandon Lee thing, and then
Yeah,
just
but we'll see. They're apparently doing something. I don't know.
Mm.
Mike got some dollar books we could talk about tomorrow too. But I decided to do some anime because I found a couple anime stories and said, you know what? We've not done an anime segment, so I'm creating an anime segment in the news.
Fair enough.
We're getting a new Mobile Suit Gundam. This again was my brother's thing, more so than me.
Huh.
But it looks cool. I like the big mechs.
Yeah, oh, mechs are great.
Yeah, so there could be something coming later this year. New anime.
Good.
There's a poster for it. I don't know where this is going to air. I don't know where this is going to be. I don't know if it's theatrical or what, but yeah, looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
This thing, I remember these comics that the series was pretty hot, and then they never finished it. They had those canceled issues 6 and 7 that are apparently really hard to find. This RWBY. I don't exactly know what it is.
3, 2, 1. The Zaggy comment's about to come in. Let's see it.
Yeah. All I know is it was popular. I bought because there was a couple art germ covers because they did it on DC, but then there was those last 2 issues of the mini that they didn't finish that apparently people have that are still hard to find.
So are we gonna start getting like 6-foot Gundam or 3-foot Gundam like fire missile figures now again? Because I'll buy that.
Oh, like Shogun Warriors? I'm in.
I want it.
I'm in. If not from there, maybe we'll get some from Pacific Rim because they're doing another.
You didn't have
another anime. This second and final season of the anime on Netflix is coming back. So
I think I died. Okay, well that stinks. Pacific Rim anime. Okay.
Well, second season. There's already a show on Netflix. They're gonna do a second and final season, so we'll get a little bit more if you're into that kind of thing.
Cool.
And then lastly, Attack on Titan. Apparently, part 2 hit over the weekend? I know it says
I tried to watch
tomorrow because that's when the article was written.
Oh my god, I tried. There's got to
It was
be
over the weekend, part 2,
crap.
and there's a part 3 coming, and that will be it. I think that's the final bit for Attack on Titan.
I thought, don't people talk highly of this? Like, this is where you should get in for anime.
I
tried.
know a lot of people like it. I haven't really tried it yet.
The
anime I like more is more the
I
the westernized
you know what I
stuff.
want for Christmas this year? I want one thing that will make JJ happy. He deserves to be happy. So please, somebody out there. JJ has been very disappointed with everything. So many teeth. There's a lot of teeth. Yeah. What is an anime total? All right. Next up,
we will get to wrestling. A little bit of wrestling. And we talked a little bit about it of WrestleMania, but
hey, what? It's not good. Like, I mean, what do you want me to tell you, bro? Okay.
Roman's got both belts now. It ended so abruptly, though. I know it wasn't supposed to go that way. I think there might have been an injury or something, but then it didn't look like I don't know. It did seem like it ended abruptly, though, the match. But
yeah, it was okay.
But yeah,
what do you think the best match was there? Best singles match
of the whole weekend, or or Sunday?
Of all weekend, I'd like to hear your opinion on it because I know it's wrong. I really do. I
enjoyed Cody and Seth.
Really?
Okay. I did. I liked it. I also liked AJ and Edge too.
AJ and Edge was I liked AJ and Edge the best. I thought AJ and Edge was the best singles, and I thought overall the entire best was Arcade Bro.
I think it was just the ending of the AJ and Edge. It was just like, oh, don't give me one of those distraction. I hate the distraction thing.
Weekend.
I mean, I get it. You got to do it, but
Eric says it was FTR versus the who's FTR again?
Well, they're over at AEW now.
Oh.
They were over on WWE. They were the Revival.
Cody was
we'll get to that. What about this?
That Arcade Bro thing is really good. Like, that was all
that was a good match, but
it was really good. The fat little guy, the roly-poly guy. I know that guy. He tried to get in a fight with me in the middle of a Tigers opening day like 5 years ago. And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you." And then like his girlfriend had
what was surprising though?
Had a home back, and it wasn't. I was like, "You're not doing
the McAfee match." Did you see Pat McAfee?
Oh, could you please get him off the mic?
You don't like him on the mic?
No, he was.
I like him on the mic.
He was bad on the mic, bro.
I like him on the mic. I mean, I don't like when he's trying to be too much of a tough guy, but I do like him on the mic. And I was impressed with him in the match. Him jumping straight up to the top rope like that to do a super
athleticism. Don't get twisted. Like, he played pro. I don't care what you say about kicker. Like, if you're playing pro ball, you got some skills, brother.
Yeah,
you do.
But this was rough.
Yeah, I was attacked by a roly-poly once. Of course, I was. It wasn't even me. He was mad. We ended up for opening day for a Tigers game renting a latrine, toilets for a party we were throwing. And like, you don't let random people use the toilets. And apparently the roly-poly was upset that we wouldn't let him use the toilet. So I just said nicely to him, "Why don't you go get lost?" And that apparently set him off into a rage where he turned red and would, like a bull, started running his feet back and forth, but then didn't go anywhere. So, this was also a terrible match. I didn't like this match. I thought it was kind of
60-year-old man and an 80-year-old man trying to
Kevin Owens thing. Kevin Owens. I don't criticize people and say they should get fired very often. That man,
I like Kevin Owens.
Bloodline, he is so bad. He is garbage.
I like Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens is a trash compactor. McMahon had more mobility than Kevin Owens.
He's a good heel. He's a good talker. He's a good guy to hate.
He's not a good talker. Oh, hey, we're going to take all day, hey, to get a sentence out. Hey, I'm French Canadian. Yeah, that's another knock against you. Get rid of him.
Well, you didn't see this, but to open up Raw on Monday, he did give a good speech about his dad. It was, I saw him Cody getting choked up a couple of times. It was interesting. It was kind of fun. He was talking about a whole.
I don't know how he married that young lady. She outclasses him. I'll tell you that much.
Well, maybe. But it still was a nice opening. Probably should have ended with it, though.
His promo was great. I'll watch it then if you guys say it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll watch
it's not bad. I won't say it's super great, but there's
I
really
don't.
good moments in it. He
I
does
don't.
get choked up like for
I.
real, and it's a
I.
good story he tells about his dad, about like this picture of his dad holding the belt, and he's like, "Son, I didn't win the championship that night," and then he just goes to this thing and
I just
tells about a
thought
whole
like
feud that his dad had with I forget who the hell it was now. Anyway, check it out. Just watch it.
like Dusty was such a good promo guy, even when they took him to WWF and made him the Cream Dream with the the bumblebees. Like he still was a great promo, and like Dustin Rhodes
Mm.
isn't the worst promo, but his wrestling, like he'd sell a gimmick. Cody is a gimmick.
Eh,
I think if somebody gimmicked Cody Rhodes, they'd be better than Cody Rhodes in wrestling, unfortunately.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He does go out. He sells out. He puts his body out there, probably stupidly, but he does.
Hmm.
Let's do some toys real quick. We'll do some toys.
Of
We'll
course.
save most of these because I'm sure Dom will have a nice explanation of the Hasbro Pulse thing from today. But a lot of new figures, Black
Oh, they're
Series
great.
figures announced. So just a tease of some of the figures.
I kind of finally they got a Lando that I dig.
Yeah, yeah. They
Yeah.
have some interesting Death Watch and like some Mandalorian figures that are like expanded universe
Saw
that look pretty
Gerrera.
interesting.
That's
And the
awesome.
Saw Gerrera is pretty cool.
Yeah. Blade
Yeah, it's
Vader's.
an interesting. There's a lot. Like there's a lot that was announced today. So should have a nice long
Yeah.
segment.
Lando. I like it, man.
I do
Yeah.
too. I like the hip out and everything.
I mean, everything. I like those pants. I wish I could wear pants. I have a pair of pants like that, a linen pair of pants like that, to be honest
Well,
with
we're
you.
getting a new Marvel Legends
I wear
Disney Plus
underwear.
style Moon Knight and a Hot Toys one too, which will be super duper expensive. But yeah, some
Okay.
new Moon Knights coming. Again, not a lot. And then this little tidbit out there that this company, this Nacelle company, licensed Sectars.
Hmm.
Sectars. I don't know if you remember those insect themed
Yeah.
like toys from back in the day,
Yeah,
but
very terrible toy.
yeah, the company is the one that's
Hey.
actually behind the toys that made us, the movies that made us, those things on Netflix. That's the
Mhm.
company that's going to make these figures.
They did a Sergeant Krill. I didn't watch the thing. I didn't have time today. I was spending too much time at LCS. That's cool though. Sergeant
Yeah, we'll
Krill.
see. There's a lot. Like I said, I know we'll talk about it on Sunday with the
We'll talk
figures.
about it.
We'll get over to the comics real quick. Free comic book day. Avengers X-Men's gonna have the first appearance of Blade's daughter in it, so keep an eye out for Bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what that'll be, but she's taking her name from Roman Reigns' faction.
They
So
up the price of free comic book day now. The comics aren't 10 cents; they're like 20 cents now.
maybe. I mean, if prices go up, what do you want to do? I mean, it's like a lot of people complaining about like CGC and CBCS prices going up, but I'm like, plastic is more expensive. Like, I understand it; it sucks, but it's got you got to
Well,
spread the.
yeah, I get it, but then they do this dumb thing. Like they got that 1 in 1,000 that's like already trying to sell pre-sale for 400. Marvel's
Well,
doing,
yeah. That's just some dumb stuff.
yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna see young Obi-Wan in the Obi-Wan comic. That's kind of fun. We'll see him as a youngling. Not gonna get too deep into this. It's just will be interesting to see a young Obi-Wan. See what he was
Okay,
like as a kid, I guess.
sounds good.
And we'll go over to streaming. I know we usually do streaming right after movies, but we wanted to kind of separate the Morbius thing from Moon Knight because we're gonna get into that too at the end here. First things first, my boy Hola Misha Migos. Apparently, he's not going to be Two-Face in this first season. He's just going to be Harvey Dent, which is fine by me. But it gives us something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
This is ridiculousness. If you read this headline, yes, James Gunn apparently cut a scene with Aquaman having sex with a
Dude,
fish.
that would have been amazing.
Apparently, they actually
fit right in. It would have
he
been good.
was. I was reading the article. Apparently, he was banging away on a sturgeon. Like it was
What?
just.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
There was something like with the dialogue that would cut away to it for like a 1 second thing. Then I guess they pulled it because it was.
Yeah, because you can't do that. That's
Yeah,
funny.
I guess, but it would have been amazing if they had it in there.
I would have laughed.
Even as a joke, even if it was just like Cena saying it and then they showed it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like in a dream sequence or whatever. That would have been
Yeah.
funny. Dory flounder fishing pole. Okay, thanks, Sticks.
Lock and Key is going to have a third and final season 2 on Netflix.
I almost watched this, but I decided not to.
I started the first season, but I haven't been able to get back to it because I've just been behind. Just no time. There's just so little time these days. But I'll get to it.
James. Well, no, I don't.
And again, going back, I know this is kind of a repeat of last week where they said they're going to go film. Well, now you see them on set, so they actually are filming over there. Witcher season 3. I'm just super excited. That's why I'm putting it in here again. I can't wait. Did Marco disappear on me? Anyway, yes, we had this in the news last week where I was talking about The Witcher. They're moving over to go start filming, but now we know they're under production. And like I said, I can't wait for season 3 of Witcher. It is one of my favorite shows and one of the things I make sure that I watch. So I'm going to move on without Marco, even though he's going to miss the great Star Wars news. That rumor is that Jude Law might be joining a galaxy far, far away. He's already been over in the Marvel universe. He's joined the Harry Potter universe. So why not join the Star Wars universe as well? And possibly be in this, what is it, Grammar Rodeo that they're calling it? Whatever the little code name for the High Republic series or whatever the heck it might be. Rumor, since you walked away, I moved on.
There's a lot of Star Wars rumors that are already been proved not to be true.
Well, yeah, this isn't about filming. This is just a possibility that he might be joining Star Wars now. I mean, he's in the Harry Potter universe, as I was just saying, in the Marvel universe, so why not?
Mm-hmm. What guy?
See him playing like? Can't you see him playing one of these Jedi? Maybe a.
That's supposed to be Geo. That's not even what Geo looks like anymore.
What is that? Is that Stellan Geos?
That's supposed to be, I think. But that's what he looks like.
Yeah, well, he would shave. This is a picture of him as, I think, Dumbledore.
No, I mean, like, the picture on the right isn't what.
Oh, yeah. I think they were just trying to match a picture with a beard because he has a beard.
Yeah, people had to create content this week.
Exactly. This isn't really much news, but interesting in the fact that apparently this show is really not for us. We've said it before. It's not for us because it is PG.
Yeah,
this is not a show. This is not going to be like Moon Knight. This is not a dark and creepy. Like, this is not a show for us adults. Like, this is I think aimed at younger kids. And I think the rating supports that
age. Like, when you see the kids that are this is for, you're like, wow, kids are weirdos, man. Like, they're awkward at that age. They're weirdos. They are just like, they're such weirdos at that age.
Yeah, I mean, stuff they watch is ridiculous.
I wasn't a weirdo like these kids nowadays.
You don't have to be a weirdo. You just watch some of the stuff kids. I watch, see a show like Bunked and some of these other shows. It's just like, oh my god, like this is just
not good. But whatever.
No Saved by the Bell. I'll tell you what.
No, definitely not.
Moving on. Just again, more rumors that we might be seeing Daredevil and Kingpin in Echo. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. So I don't think it's like a huge deal if they do. It makes too much sense not to. At least Kingpin. So why not Daredevil?
Joe, this is something. Can I really stop? This is an issue that has been addressed. Like, they need to start pushing out more content. I mean, they are timing wise have been really slow. So I think
hopefully, I think we'll start picking up because remember, all these shows that got announced, eventually these are all going to start coming our way.
I guess, but it's still taking a long. It's taking as long as we thought it was.
Well, we're still coming out of the slowdown with the pandemic and things like it. Things aren't at full. Well, I mean, they're probably more at full capacity now, but things are at a backlog. Still catching up.
Prince, we'll see you on the backside. We'll catch you on.
And did you catch this one from the first episode? I didn't know that's who this dude was.
The homeless guy, right?
Yeah, he is the homeless informant or whatever.
I didn't. I mean, I knew that's who it was, but yeah, it's that dude.
Yeah, it's that dude. I didn't know that was him. I thought he was just talking to a mime. I thought it was just somebody.
Oh no, but you ruined some of my stuff. I was going to talk about Moon Knight. Thanks for doing this. But this is
why I wanted to start talking about Moon Knight. It was with this. This is it.
So like that's the one part that I hope it comes out in this. I hope two parts. I hope they do, like, knowing that this guy was there. I hope they get away from how they ruined Stephen Grant and they go towards fixing it with like that guy was planted, because that's a play. What they ruined Stephen Grant? Like that's it's not even.
I'll let you go for a second. You go ahead on your thing and
you ruined both of them. But like having the homeless guy there, then that means that that's a plant from hopefully that's a plant from Mark. And if that's a plant from Mark, that's really great. As you can see, like this episode in 2, and I'll wait till Pete gets back to say it again, but like it was 20 minutes of like, yeah, and then it was like, oh yeah, this is really good. Like what I kind of hope Moon Knight would be was the back half of this episode. The spoiler alert, we're going to really spoil it. The back half of the episode was really good. You got Mark in there. You got Moon Knight looking like Moon Knight, even for those people, which I was never critical about how he first showed up and looked, because whatever. But like you had the black face. They went back to some of the missed that name up, Stakevich stuff. But like they did a really good job. They did a good job with his wife where they've, kicked 2 or 3 characters together. I thought they did an excellent job with that too. You know what I mean? And they've done a good job. Like, I'm not saying it has to be comic book accurate because like a lot of the good parts, think about the Ethan Hawke character, right? Like he is a combination of, did it? Because I still think you could get rid of episode 1, James. And I don't think it did pay off. Like, I think episode 1 wasn't really great. It was kind of like, it actually showed you that you could have done what you did in the back half of episode 2 and made that better. But once again, last week when I said drop both 1 and 2 together, they probably should have. I think it would have.
That I still agree with.
I think, but you had when you had the Harlow character that Ethan Hawke plays, which is a combination of Harlow, which is really not much of him, the original comic book character, but it's a little bit maybe, but more of the Sun King,
the Sun King guy, right?
Yeah, they put it the Sun, they mixed them together.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. I have no problem that they made the homeless guy, a guy that's painted gold on the street they's talking to, and probably a plant from.
No, that's what I was looking for.
It's not an apology. The first episode wasn't that great. It wasn't good. BK, let me ask you this: is the back half of Moon Knight great? Because if the back half of Moon Knight's great, then you agree with what I said. If you agree that this episode accelerated the storyline, then you agree with what I said last week that they should have dropped both episodes. I didn't say it was garbage last week. I said it was okay. And it was. It wasn't good. Stephen Grant, it wasn't like good. Like, oh, wow. They looked a lot in mirrors. There wasn't a lot of action.
Yeah, I know. They looked a lot.
Whining. There wasn't anything that you're like, oh, wow, that's spectacular. And then you could see that the little bit of stuff they did here, like they fleshed out Ethan Hawke, Sun King. I mean, that's what it is, man. You can call it.
No, but you were absolutely right. They should have dropped both together. If those 2 episodes played together, it would have been a lot more balanced and a lot more even. It would have made a lot more sense because then you don't have just so much exposition set up, which is what the first one kind of was. It gets counterbalanced by some actual story progression.
But Eric, if they do that in first episode, like how much better is it make? Like that scene was great, right?
Yeah. Yes, the scene of the 2 of them interacting in the cafeteria, yes, did do a lot more for the characters than just him watching the guy doing it. Like, I know you had to introduce the character. Look, what's going on here? This guy's in the middle of a park in a town square, and everybody's watching him, and he's like killing off his followers by judgment, whatever it is. You had to introduce it. Now we get more context.
When he did it to the old man afterwards, I gave him the scabbard. You still get more context with it. With that, you didn't need to do the old lady one. What is this? Exclamation point, question mark, question mark. Okay, cool. With the boys doing the same thing. Okay. Yeah, it set up what confusion? There wasn't anything to episode 1 really. I mean, it was still okay. Once again, it was okay.
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
It was better than you gave it credit for last week. You were pretty critical.
Well, yeah, because they've done stuff with, like T. Jones just said, they've done stuff with Boba Fett where, like, you start off. Remember when Boba Fett came out? I was really like, "Hey, don't worry about it. They're going to fix it. They're going to fix it next year."
Yeah.
I still think they have I think they have a Stephen Grant problem. I still don't like it. That whole corny thing they did. Stephen Grant is now Let me ask you this because I've asked this question before too.
They go together. I'm with you.
Did anybody laugh? Was anybody laughing out loud during episode 1 or 2?
I might have giggled a little.
Really?
Maybe. But it is what it is. I know what you're saying. You don't want Stephen Grant not the Stephen Grant you wanted. But
no. It's not even that. It's supposed to be funny, comedic, making you laugh all the time. It's lame. It's not funny. It's try hard. It's
I
so
don't think
try.
that's totally all that what it is. I think part of it is he isn't supposed to be funny. It is supposed to fall
No,
flat
no, the
because
director said he
he is
is.
awkward.
No, the director said that's supposed to be slapsticky funny and a horror thing. He's supposed to be the funny part. It's not. It's try hard. You didn't need to try that hard. You didn't.
It's fine. It's
No, it's
fine.
not.
I have no problems with that.
No,
I
okay, well,
understand exactly why they changed it. I'm not butthurt that they did. Like, I don't need the millionaire Stephen Grant because we have Batman. I'm fine with
I
them
don't think you
changing
need
it.
no. That's fine. You don't need to get. You didn't need to give a millionaire Stephen. But why can't we just have the start off of? Why do we have to have Stephen Grant? Period. To be honest with you, you don't need much of a Stephen Grant. Like you don't need a backstory on Stephen Grant.
Because Stephen Grant is the audience. He is, for the people who don't know Moon Knight, he is their step into this universe. So they don't have to walk in blind going, what the hell is this about? This Egyptian gods. I don't understand. He is the guy to say, this is kind of crazy. And they can feel like, all right, I don't feel so silly thinking this might be silly, but I can.
Hey, I don't have a problem with getting rid of Steven. That actually was decent giggle. I'm telling you, no. All the dumb stuff that Steve, like running into buses and sting like a butterfly, like the the imaginary fight. Oh my god, how stupid was that?
Yeah,
The
well,
imaginary
it's
jackal.
not imaginary.
I know, but it wasn't good.
It's
It wasn't
invisible.
good.
There's a difference.
But what was exceptional was the cafeteria scene. That's the sad part. There's so much exceptionalism in this that this could be a great series, and unfortunately, it hasn't. Hopefully, it hasn't peaked. But like, if
But
the
also
best ever
think,
is 20 minutes of Moon Knight and then the cafeteria scene.
but think of why that cafeteria scene is also so good in that you were kind of with this little, schleppy guy who's
Oh, I
just
agree.
trying to escape as any way that he can. He just wants to be out of this. He wants no part of it.
No, don't need it. Don't need it because what? Great. Okay, Sun King, great. Mark, great. Moon Knight, great. All of that's great. What Lily? They took two of his girlfriends. They took Lisa, the wife, and then they took the girlfriend thing, put them together. Great. All that stuff is great. You know the thing that doesn't fit? One of these things is not like the other. It's just out of place. I mean, look, I'm not saying that
I
like
don't
it's
think it
not a lot.
is.
It is.
I don't think
Okay.
it's out of place. It's not
It,
what you wanted, but I don't think it's out of
no, no, no.
place.
Look, but I don't think you had to make it a millionaire. You could have made it a disguised
Then
area
it
where
would
it
have
was just
been what? Just some guy? All right, now he's
yeah.
just some
Okay,
guy.
he is a guy, but now he's a simp. He's a virgin simp that really sucks. And then when he puts the Moon Knight suit on, I thought it was a suit, so I put a suit on. Huh? That's Mr. Knight. Huh? That's so funny. Huh? No, it's not. It's not funny. It isn't, dude. If you think that's funny, I'm sorry. Then maybe Miss Marvel is for you. Maybe that's your age.
It doesn't have to be. I don't have to be gut busting laughing on my couch to just be like, you know what? Just like Morbius, I can sit here, watch this.
No,
and
no,
enjoy
you
it
do not do
for
that.
what it is.
Do not do that because it's not what it is. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like that is what's wrong. That Stephen Grant is what you didn't need to do that.
But that's
And
what you think is wrong.
You wanted to do. No, they took a character, all characters. They went way far away from what it is. It's not anywhere close to what it is. It doesn't actually advance the plot point of the TV show, right? It doesn't. You could have got. No, it doesn't. You could have gotten rid of him, and it wouldn't have made a difference.
I told you why it does. I've already explained it. It's for the people who don't know the show. That's the whole point of him.
If you don't know the show, then you don't need Stephen Grant there.
But he is their doorway into the show.
How? I don't understand that. How? The guy
they don't know. They don't know any of this stuff. He doesn't know any of this stuff. So when he's making these
figure out
offhanded jokes about how silly this all seems, oh wait, you're the avatar for Khonshu. Oh yeah, great. Tell me another one. When people at home are watching it who know nothing about comics and they think, "What the f am I watching?" They can laugh because
I'm out. That's where it's okay for them not to know. It's 100% okay for them not to know. It's really
around.
Huh?
They're not going to stick around if you just try to put all these like high content.
Well, I don't know if you do a whole. I'll be honest with you. If you do a whole series on Stephen Grant, I won't be reviewing it for season 2.
But you don't have. That's what my point is to you. Is it doesn't have to be all about Stephen Grant. I'm saying he was the doorway in to introduce people to have somebody they connect with while they get introduced to these other characters and concepts, and just go
Thank
into
you.
it more.
This is all, I'm not
fluidly.
saying it's bad, by the way. I think Joe's putting it, maybe Joe's saying it better than I'm saying it. I'm not, you could have edited out 25 minutes of Grant and the story still would have been fine. That's all I'm saying. That's the one down, like the thing isn't a masterpiece. But I
No,
think
I'm
it
not
had,
saying it's a masterpiece either.
no, but I
I'm just
think,
fine with it.
I really do think like it could have been a masterpiece because you see what the Ethan part was. You saw the Sun King / whatever Emmett part. Like that's brilliant. You saw like, dude, when he had the thing spike through, just like the Werewolf by Night, where the werewolf, the one frog goes upside down. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
that's so cool. Like there is little tidbits and hits in here that are awesome. Him jumping across, doing the Moon Knight thing. You had what's his name up there sitting down, saying like I can't even go into the city, and he's got the little, the Kenosha thing. Like that's all great. Like that stuff's so,
Kenosha.
or whatever.
Conchu?
Yeah, but he had the Conchu staff thing where it was like,
Oh, yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
even
yeah.
statue
Well,
Conchu,
just when you
right?
said Kenosha, I was thinking of
Like,
John Candy with the Kenosha Kickers.
But I'm not even asking for like the original one where he's a statue. I don't mind that they use the bird skull thing with him from the newer version of that
I
too.
like that. Like I thought
Actually,
that actually played pretty well.
yeah, I think it looks good. I think the scary part, like when he goes in and sees the storage unit, it makes sense. But then you got to do the mirror thing all the time. Like he said, like Joe said, I get it. I mean, other people are you can. I think it's very easy, Ken, to do the story without. No, I think even if you replace the name, that's not the problem. I think the problem is like you could have made it. I think it would have
I think
played
it's fine.
better. Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's as negative as you're making it out to be, or at least we're all still on the same page with this. How much the level of
it's
the
good.
show? Nobody's
I
saying
thought.
it's terrible.
By the way, I think like if two, if episode 1 was like, it's okay. Like 2 was here. It's like there's a huge gap between. What was that motion? I probably shouldn't do that motion.
We're all gonna start doing it.
For introducing, but Morbius was a lower tier character, and they did a perfectly job. Everybody knocked Sony, but they did a fine job with that. I don't think he's lower tier, by the way. I can take that back. You owe me an apology now, for that one. The rooftop scene was really good. Yeah, Stephen Grant is what MCU employees are like. Yeah. Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it, but I'm not sure. Like, I love it that the same people here. I don't ever want to see BK say something to the effect of like in any realm ever from now on, BK, you've lost the credibility of saying like that's not my version. You also lose any credibility of saying like anything to the effect of like, oh well, they should have made it tougher, or they should have made it more realistic, or they should have made it.
I think I think we might get Jake.
John, I don't think we need. Oh, Jake, yeah, we're 100% getting him. He was in the mirror in 1. You know that, right?
Yeah, I was seeing things
There's
like,
a mirror,
you know what? That's
one where they showed him with the hat on. The audience is learning all of this like him, right? That's the problem, though. You didn't but you didn't have for the first time. You could have introduced. I would have liked a different introduction.
No,
I don't care.
I know. But I'm with John. That's why I'm all right with this because I get.
Is that you didn't need to do billionaire? You could have made him a normie. You could have easily made him a normie. You could have easily. I thought it was atrocious what they did to Mr. Knight, though. Like, that's just garbage. No, it doesn't bother me. It bothers me that they've made a pathetic, like, cruddy, whiny little character for no reason that runs around and then, like, keeps trying to tell jokes that don't land. Like, oh, it was only a luge. Why is the FBI here for me for the luge? I broke a toilet. I broke a toilet. I broke a toilet. Like, I get it. You broke the toilet. We heard you break the toilet. Like, got it. Toilet. Cool. We're in that type of humor are we going to say fart next? Because are we going to say fart so people laugh? Are we doing the Dane Cook thing where we repeat the same word over and over again, hoping people will finally get that it's a joke and you can laugh at it? Because that's what they've done with them. No, I just think it's poor. I think it's poor. He's a clean slate. Okay. Yeah. Once again, I don't disagree with that. Mr. Knight cannot get better after what they did with him. He's dropping stuff and he's goofing around. And I don't know.
He might. You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen.
What casual viewer, though? Like, is that really for the? What I'm saying is kind of like Joe said. Does it really make a difference if you made him just a plain normie or cut out 75% of him? Like,
yeah, because
no, because why?
as bad as you might think some of those jokes were, there were probably a lot of normal people, like my mom and older folks are at home with
Then we're
nothing to
not going to get
do,
right.
are
So,
laughing. They find
so
those
this
jokes
is,
funny,
oh, this is the
and
slope
they're
you're
gonna
about to
keep
go in.
watching it.
This is the slope you're about to go in. If they start pandering towards that fandom, then guess what you get? Corny jokes and no
I
more
don't think
Moon
it's
Knight running on
pandering. It's
top.
not. You're making you're putting it out there like that's what the whole show is, and it's not.
I
I
better
get
hope
it.
it's
There's
not.
parts you don't like. There's parts, yeah. No, these jokes
No,
funny.
listen to this. If they stop now, if that was it, if now we get maybe 2 to 5 minutes of this Grant character, I still won't like it, but I'll be able to live
Well,
with
I
it.
think we're already starting to see Grant, this Stephen Grant kind of transition a little bit as the story's going.
You understand? We can only grade it on what we've seen so far.
I know,
And
no,
right
but
now,
what I'm saying is he is not as passive as he was in the first. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can already start seeing him. He put on the Mr. Knight outfit. He's already buying in a little bit into this
no,
persona, so it might not be the same.
I want to really address this. You're okay. Multiple characters into one is okay, but because Stephen Grant is totally new, but he's not a totally new character. They're not. No. That's not
No,
true.
no, I think they're asking if it wasn't Stephen Grant, if this was just a new.
Oh, I would have. I know.
George.
I would have a problem with it. Yes, I would.
George
I would.
Johnson or
You
something.
know what's funny is like just how I said like Morbius shouldn't be a rated R movie. Like Moon Knight should be. It should be a darker TV show. You don't need this. If you want to do it, it should be pinpoint sarcasm, not slapstick. Yes. So I disagree with the premise of what they're doing because this isn't the premise of Moon Knight. I do not care that he's named Grant. I do not care if they push characters together. I don't care about any of that, really. No, that's not where my difference is. My difference is it's not the tone of Moon Knight. Okay, the overall tone of Moon Knight is not the same. And that's where I have a problem with it. I don't care what the guy's name is. I just said that, like the Sun King thing. Like, I don't care that they're not doing actual Sun King or that they're not doing the Nazi. Well, I said it. I don't know if we're gonna get hit. Yeah.
Are you reading Spider-Punk?
Or whatever. No, well, that's what the character was originally.
I know.
Yeah. I don't care that that's not what they're doing. I really don't have a problem with that. I don't mind that they move it together. But what they did with that was they made somebody who is a bad, like if they come, look, if Bushman comes in and starts looking like the Joker and telling jokes, I'm going to have a problem with it. If you don't call somebody the Bushman, but you have a serial killer merc, I have no problem with that. It doesn't matter. That's not this. I'm not going to get in the mud with it. You know what I mean?
I got you. I think we might get Bushman in like if we do another season, like we get another season.
Well,
I think we might get back to that.
Are bringing in a lot of people that it's good, which I like. Like, oh, once again, the homeless dude. They made the homeless dude differently. I don't have a problem with that, especially if he's a plant from geez, man, now I'm getting all the personality screwed up from Mark. But like, even if they did that, if they just made
Was he Mark or was he Jake's? I can't remember whose informant he
Mark because it's Frenchie and him. Because he originally had Frenchie doing stuff, which we haven't seen Frenchie yet, so hopefully we get Frenchie too. Or something.
Yeah, we'll see. All I'm saying, I think
you know what? I actually would have wished they would have started off with a Jake Lockley character, and you could have done it. And by the way, I'm not very hopeful of what they're going to do with Jake because I think they're going to turn Jake into a drunk idiot instead of a guy who's in the streets. And I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
Call B-lister. Shared. Okay. Thank you, Facebook user. Appreciate that you shared it. Your mom could watch it. Is this a show your mom could watch and understand? The point being, though, is like everything isn't for everybody all the time. Like this is a show that maybe if your mom misses this one, okay. You know, she got what was that? The Witch, and she got Loki. You know, she got those ones. Why don't we just have Moon Knight be like, Moon Knight could be our thing. You know what I mean? Like it could just be our thing.
I'm fine with it so far. I have no big complaint. I'm not saying it's the greatest show in the world or the best thing ever, but I've got no complaints so far.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that's all I'm saying. No
major complaints, I should say. It's yeah. I've been entertained.
Oh my god, yeah, the super is so stupid. But yeah. Don't do your oh man, you guys are giving it. Let's no more mom jokes. I enjoy that.
Hey, I introduced the subject.
No, once again, it doesn't change the fact of what they've done with the character, though. Like, BK, we can only judge stuff on what we see. We can't judge stuff on whatever else. And to be honest with you, I hope that they continue the back half of the route. If they do, I'll still. I mean, I'm not watching it. If they go Stephen Grant, I will stop watching it. I will, and that sucks because I am a Moon Knight fan. But I'll stop watching because it's boring. But if they don't,
watching it.
Yeah, I will. I'll stop.
No, you won't.
Mm.
You can say that now, but you still won't, even if depending on how this goes. But you're not going to stop.
Wasn't Jake? I thought he was. Well, the Jake thing was kind of shaky, anyways, right? I thought the homeless guy was. Oh yeah, you might be right. You're telling me. Yeah, maybe he was Jake's informant. Now that I think
I can't really remember 100%. It's been a while.
Yeah, but that's it. I mean, like I said, I think it's really good still. Like I like it. I just think if you could, things should be what they are sometimes. Like, and this is one where I'm actually surprised that people aren't, they're all up in arms for that Morbius isn't more bloody, but they're not up in arms that like maybe we can have something that isn't for everybody.
I think the difference is, to your point, with that one guy complaining about the no blood, but he didn't see it. He watched reviews. I think people just aren't watching Morbius, but people are watching Moon Knight.
But my thing is, if like I'm okay with Miss Marvel not being for me, right? But then can we have the opposite version? Can we have Moon Knight be for me?
I think you'll get that once we get maybe one of the Netflix characters back.
I am upset about no Frenchie. I'm also, I like Jake too. Yes, I was talking about Crawley.
Yeah, Crawley.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what Frenchie they're gonna get. Are they gonna give us out of the closet Frenchie, or are they gonna give us pre out of the closet Frenchie too? By the way, but yeah, I hope they don't screw up Jake too much. We get 3 shots at this, right? They did a great job they've done a superb job with Mark. We get not so much with Grant, but we get Jake. So, if you go 2 out of 3, that's pretty good.
Bringing out the Caddyshack quotes.
Yeah. You will get nothing in like it.
Get nothing like it. Look at this hat. You had a hat like this, you get a free bowl of soup.
Right.
Looks good on you, though.
See, this is the problem that I have with it, because people saw the first 4 and they were like, the first one was good. And then the next 3, if you can get through that, it's like, well, if the second, like, this looks like the stuff I kind of like. I don't know. Yeah,
that's why, you don't buy like the preview groups and the market research. You don't know who these people are.
Moon Knight has been slop for? No, I would disagree. I thought I don't know if that's not a fair assessment. It just might not be your cup of tea, AOA. But then again, you think Captain America is the best thing ever, which is pretty much one of the weakest Marvel Comics series. So, all right, fair. Next up,
depends on what run we're talking about. We talking Brubaker? I like Brubaker's run. Anyway,
let's go. All right, so
what do you want to do
next? Sure, get no apology. All right, next up, let's go. What do we have next?
We can either do 5 and 5, or we can go tier listing fast food restaurants.
We're tier listing fast food stuff, by the way, this week, guys. Fun. Should have had Zaggy. Zaggy, do you have an internet? Hey, Zaggy, how's your internet connection and how's your mic? I don't think it's terrible. I don't think the current Moon Knight's terrible. It's okay. Here we go. Let's do our 5 and 5. Let's try to pop that one out.
All right. We'll have to get ourselves situated. You're ready to roll, because we got to try to stick to our time. Okay. I'll run the intro first.
All right, 5 comments in 5 minutes. We'll put a timer up. We'll talk about 5 comics in 5 minutes. Last week we did pretty good. I think we almost hit it in time.
Yeah, you went a little bit over at the end there, but I think we could do it this week.
Okay, let's see what we got this week. It's usually going to be a top sale for a comic, and then a watchable comic, or a most sell comic, and maybe something.
Kind of spread it around with a few different options for you.
You won't say.
I try to put little headers in. So we're going to start the clock down. All right, our first one is going to be a big sale. Last week we did that in Werewolf by Night. This week we have Fantastic Four number 48 selling in a 9.4 for $30,000.
Nice. I wish I would
This
have
is
picked
our
up more.
big ticket sale.
This wasn't that big, like 6 years ago, 5 years ago. It wasn't that. You're starting to get tick on and started to be there. We do have a super chat though that's going to throw us off by a
Oh,
couple seconds. AOA, thank you very much for
thank
the
you,
$5.
AOA.
Marco is a monster. Marco is a monster. Captain America. And, okay. Well, thank you for the $5 super chat, AOA. Back to this.
Yeah.
This amazing. That's great. I'm glad this is one of the best Fantastic Four covers in my opinion. I love the Watcher
Really?
that's
I
on
like
it.
49 better as a cover.
I enjoy the Watcher though. I think the Watcher.
I like the Watcher. I mean, I love this issue because I love Silver Surfer, but that 49 cover is pretty sweet too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's amazing. That's selling for $30K, man. It's
30K, 30K best offer on. They wanted 35, and they still got 30, but
good.
Crazy.
What was
That's
it for?
the big ticket sale. Next up, we do have Moon Knight. We do have Moon Knight #1.
Hey, look, it's the three. It's all three of the Moon Knight characters.
It is.
In the middle.
The last week, there's over 180 sales. I stopped. I did the numbers like yesterday, so there could have been more today. But basically, over since last Wednesday, 180 plus sales on this book.
180 plus.
60, $100 raw for this.
Wow.
$1,200.98.
I love this book. I don't care. It's awesome.
All of those sales were on April 5th, which was yesterday. Those three sales, the 60, the 99, and the 1,200, because there's so many to choose from. I just picked yesterday because that's when I grabbed this stuff.
Well, there you go. Oh, Crazy. That's the girl from the Lisa right there in the front, isn't it?
Yeah. Next up, again, I don't know if it's related to the rumors of that actress, but First Silver Sable is also doing pretty well. There's only about like 40 sales or so the last week, but when I looked at the prices, it's like $60 raw. But these last couple of 9/8 sales were like $600 and then $750. This is up from just a couple of weeks ago. This was only a $500 9/8. This was like $400, $500
6 months ago when it was less than half that price.
Yeah. So whatever reason, this last week it kind of jumped a little bit. Last week or two, I should say. But we're halfway through, 2.5 minutes. Voltron. Yes, there's movie news that there might be supposedly a live action thing coming. I don't know if it's coming to Netflix or the theaters or what. But Voltron #1 from, was it 1985, has also been selling pretty well. Again, another like 40 to 50 sales this last week, but it's like $100, $225 with 45 bids for raw copies, and then a $650 9/8 with 30-something bids. Crazy.
Is it Voltron though? If they do Voltron as a live action, isn't that just Power Rangers?
Well, Power Rangers is just Voltron.
I agree with that, but like at this point, they didn't do a live action Voltron first, so it's going to be just Power Rangers.
A little bit. It'll be a little bit, but we'll see. But again, it's not a super like high number of sales. Like I said, it's like 40 to 50. But again, looking at the CGC 9/8 sales, at least to do a quick compare, because Raw is too hard to compare. You can't apples to apples like grade, because there's mid grade, high grade. But 9/8, they're $450 on the 23rd of March. Just yesterday, no, the 3rd, $650. So it's kind of jumped up.
Selfishly, I hope they do a live action, because like Voltron toys are like the only one my son plays with now. The only one I have left is the light one. You remember that one?
Well, I still got the big Lego up there to build one of these days.
I know I should have bought that, but I didn't. But like I actually want to get one of these toys for him, so I hope that they do come out with it so we can get him a affordable.
I got one right here on my desk. This is the one I bought my son. He didn't want it anymore, so now it's on my desk.
Nice.
That said, we got a minute left, and this will be our one to kind of look out for, because this came out today.
Yeah.
It smells funny, like we were telling you, but this would be one to watch because, well, we already talked about it quite a bit. So there isn't a lot for us to say on this one now, because we already kind of covered it.
I mean, you get a lot of good stuff in here. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if the relevancy, this is a long-term thing, right? Like a lot of because we get notifications and there's so many people talking on the internet nowadays, everybody wants a quick turn, even if they don't get the price for it. But this one, I think, is going to be a hold.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 1 in 10, so a lot of you can see some prices out there. Mostly right now, it's like 10 to 15 or what's been sold, but the asking prices are anywhere in like that 15 to kind of like 20 range a lot of times right now.
And I think there's a decent amount of these out there too. Like just the 5 LCSs I counted, there had for the 1 in 10s alone.
There's 3 regular covers.
Yeah, 3, 6. There's 12 1 in 10s totally ordered. So do the math on that.
But there we did. We hit it. 5 minutes. Those were our 5 in 5. I know the clock has started again, but we will take that down.
Garmadon is funny. I watched the show. Yes. Yeah. I think it's going to be like I said, I think it might be a hit. But we'll see.
We'll see
Especially
where it
on-
ends up. But it's a book I like. Like I said, I trust
There's somebody
a lot of
extremely
kids
mad.
like it, and eventually they're going to be spending the money.
There was 2 guys extremely mad that there wasn't any available at the LCS I started at today. So
Yeah,
but who knows? I mean, who knows?
yeah. Who knows? It's not a big buy because that's the other good thing. It's only 1 in 10, so it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. I'm not saying no one's saying go buy in at market prices. No one's saying go out and spend $30 for a 1 in 10
I
book.
think you're going to be able. I think it's a book in a couple of years you might even be able to find cheaper than a 1 in 10.
Yeah, just it's just kind of a fun little thing to kind of
Remember,
grab and tuck away.
In your head, there was a bunch of covers. Yeah.
Yeah, I got all of them. I said, what the hell? I got all of them.
Field you talk leftover. No. I was trying to get you on to do fast food, rank fast food with us. I was seeing if you have a thing. I'll send you an invite, and you can come on here, and you can do our ranking because we have a ranking thing of fast food. And go, I annoy my LCS for FOC. Yeah, you should. He gets them paid.
Put it up. So we all know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. He says that he failed to stop talking for 5 minutes. I wasn't actually.
Oh.
I was telling him I wasn't trying to get him to stop talking. I was saying, come on the show for do because we're doing fast food. And I think he'd be funny with fast food. I annoy my LCS with FOC. LOL. Okay. Why wouldn't? I mean, that's what they're supposed to take. I think they appreciate it when people do LLCs.
It's money.
All right. Well, that was that. Let's get into the. I get it. Fast food. No leftover.
You want to do the tier listing on the fast food?
We'll do tier listing.
Let me run the thing first.
Okay, so here's the thing with fast fooding. I have not had fast food in over 10 years. So if it's anything new at these fast food places, I don't know anything about it. But I think I'll be all right.
And there's apparently, I'm sorry, I forgot. Oh, you know what? I could probably change it. I was going to say, there's no trash this week.
Oh, because we stole
it's F
somebody
because I didn't create this one. I was like, you know what? I'm going to use somebody else's.
I'll still be mad at us for this list because we didn't create it.
Oh,
so
here we go.
Yeah, no leftovers. Okay.
Oh, wait. No, there's too many. There's 2 trashes.
Oh, there's 2 trashes. Oh, yeah. Just use one.
Yeah, this is just going to be.
All right, folks. This is how it goes. S to trash. Oh, hot garbage.
Hot garbage down there.
Diarrhea. Which. Oh, this is funny because this is actually a place I would probably. I ate.
Oh, boy.
Shoot, I didn't do the review of the Patches book. Remind me next week. I got to do it. I got to.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you still got to do that review.
What is Mark? Oh, I don't eat fast food, man.
I still eat fast food. I haven't been to all. The only problem with this list is I haven't been to all these places.
I've been to them all, but whatever. Arby's. We have the meats. I will say that Arby's, we have the meats. When I was a kid, we used to have hot lunches, and Arby's was my first introduction. They give you pizza. Arby's, that was my first introduction. As a kid, we never ate fast food either. So, and you get the Arby's sauce in the roast beef sandwich. And to my day, I still have fond memories of that. And probably one of the last places I ate was Arby's, the curly fries. I had curly fries, a cheddar roast beef sandwich with extra packs of the Arby's sauce and curly fries.
So you haven't tried their crinkle cuts, which are actually pretty good too. I like the curly. Don't get me wrong. I do love the curlies, but they have crinkle cuts now too.
There's nothing. If not A tier, it's S tier.
Arby's
is C. Good day, no sir.
I don't know if it's a C. I do like Arby's. I'm a big beef and cheddar kind of guy when I go there.
Disgustingly good. They don't use real cheddar. It's like it's
using like the Whiz.
Yeah, the Whiz.
I think I'm with Marv. I think I'm more in like that B range.
I think it's S. Okay, we can put it at B.
Well, I'm just going with that's where I'm at with Marv. I know Sticks also has a C.
Mm-hmm. He has a C. Can't put up a B though. We gotta put this.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, Ken's a solid B. They do try a lot of different things. They'll try like the chicken salads. I will get the chicken salad sandwich there occasionally, just to kind of mix things up. Gets up a little fresher. Lighter.
Wendy's Twitter is amazing. They win.
Do they?
There also is a funny there's a funny skit or something on the internet. The Arby boys, and so they take a cut from the local news of a robbery of an Arby's. Dem Arby Boys. If you guys haven't watched it, check out
Yeah.
Dem Arby Boys. It's pretty funny. So that'd be, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
fine.
fair-
Like I said, I'm fine with this here right now.
Okay, Arby says B. Let's go. BK. The only thing at BK I ever enjoyed was a Whopper and chicken. Was it called chicken fries? And
Oh,
they
you
got
like the
rid-
chicken fries, huh? My son likes the chicken fries.
they got brought them back. Okay.
Oh yeah, they got the chicken fries still.
So, but like the Whopper pretty much is it, and everything else there is complete shit. The
No,
fries,
no.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh for sure.
Well, if you haven't been in 10 years, you don't know the current things they have. They have their own kind of version of a Baconator, which is not too bad.
D. See everybody else. So yeah, I mean,
But
like I
what
would
about the
see
onion rings? Zesty sauce? Nobody down for the zesty sauce?
it's hot garbage now, man. They're D in it. AOA.
Oof.
You and AOA. Are you guys roommates? Everybody else is D, D, D. C for chicken fries and waffle sticks. Okay. Oh, John comes in with a B.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at. I'm not saying it's
No,
the best
there's
thing in
a
the
lot
world.
of D's. It might be C life for
I'm,
this.
I'm fine putting it in C. I'm fine putting it in C because there is a lot of stuff I do
Whopper's
not
solid,
like.
though. I mean, the Whopper is actually solid. CD
Yeah,
plus.
there's a lot of things I don't like, but
CD plus. Okay. Oh, I already
you already
did BK.
did. You already did BK.
Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. This is what I'll say about Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. Wait, why do he's got Carl's Jr. and Hardee's? It's the same fucking place.
I know, but there was on the list. What do you want me to do? We can
Okay,
do them both.
so
We'll do them quickly together.
On the way from Michigan to Chicago, there's one stop. If you took the dollar bus back in the day, and in Michigan, there's a gas station, and they stopped there every time, and it had a Carl's Jr. / Hardee's. And they, before like the Baconators all came out and all that other good stuff that Wendy's did, it started at Carl's and Hardee's. And yeah, dude, like if you want to die from eating fast food but have a smile on your face, go to Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. It is worth dying for the grease. Their grease tastes like sugar grease, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I have an A.
Do you?
See, I actually like.
I don't even think I've ever had Carl's Jr. because there's none near me.
Oh, they got rid of the fried chicken. It was okay. You know, I will tell you this. Like, if I was to crave something, like speaking of it now, like I'm thinking of their version of whatever the Baconator was. I crave it. Like I would crave something like that. Carl's is open till 5 a.m. in Vegas. Yeah. That's another thing. In Vegas, it was open super duper late. But maybe B, I guess.
Like getting in Vegas. I get the fat burger.
Oh, I like fat
strip there.
Yeah, I like.
Which is not on the list. There's no fat burger on the list. Nor is there a Roy Rogers, which for whatever reason I just thought of.
You know what though? Fat Burger in Vegas is dope, but the one out here sucked. I think they finally closed it down because it was so bad.
Yeah.
Wop wop. Carl Jr. What's wop wop mean? So B.
I like I said, I got to defer to you guys because I haven't had it.
B. Pre 2000 Hardee's.
I see a couple of B's. Yeah, B. I think Ken's got a B.
I like his A, but B solid. I mean, like I said, I haven't eaten there in a long time. I've eaten at I ate at a Carl's in Vegas a bunch, and then I ate at a Hardee's too, because like you can only eat so many.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Like James say Hardee's, because I think there's Hardee's around here. I just don't remember. Just
all right, so put it in B.
I feel like they took over the Roy Rogers spots. Like all the old Roy Rogers restaurants, I think became Hardee's out my way.
I think you put them both together. Just put both Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
We'll throw them both up. Where are we putting them?
B spot. They're going into the B.
B's. All right, that's a healthy spot in this list. All right, where are we at?
Zaggy. Knock it off. If there's no location in Brooklyn, the restaurant.
Oh, I think it's because of the commercials. Well, to be fair, they do sell their burgers that way.
The WAP. Ah, I see. Yes, I see what he's saying. Okay. Still not appropriate. Chick-fil-A. Now, this is one I'm going to need help with because I can't remember what I like this. I actually buy the sauce from the store, but I felt like the food's D level, but the sauce is good.
Well, you got to give Chick-fil-A credit for starting the whole chicken sandwich craze. I mean, a lot of people might say it's Popeye's chicken sandwich, but Popeye's chicken sandwich just did a better version of the Chick-fil-A sandwich, which is just the chicken sandwich on a bun with a couple of pickles. Chick-fil-A and their nuggets were really good. The Chick-fil-A nut because it was actually like chicken meat. It wasn't like processed. Like it was actually, pieces of chicken.
Yeah, I thought that the breading was kind of dry. If I recall correctly, it was just okay.
No,
Like
the bread wasn't dry. The breading is very thin. It's almost like
everybody was
original KFC. Like it's very thin. It's almost not even like a coating.
I was reading about it, and then when I was out of town and ate it, I was like, eh. I was like, the
But they're
sauce
closed on Sundays.
For food trash for being closed on Chick-fil-A, A for food trash for being closed on Sunday.
I'm with you, Sticks.
S tier, best customer service chicken. I don't think it's the best chicken. It's on my list to try. I don't think we
It's
can.
good. I'd be fine with an A. I'll still go occasionally, but I've had some issues with some of their leanings before though. Their political leanings. So I had to stop going for a while.
We can put it in A. We can put it in A. Their sauces are good. I mean, legit ass.
I don't do sauce. I go straight.
Oh, I use both.
Dry.
The orange sauce and the Polynesian sauce. I use both. We buy them at the store when it goes on sale. I don't like diarrhea, so
Yeah, I'm not a. There's other places I like better. I'm going
to go. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. If I'm gonna go to a chain Mexican burrito place, I'm going to Qdoba.
Yeah, and ours closed. The Qdoba closed.
Oh, we got them all over the place.
Oh, we had one, and we go all the time, and now
a couple of them. That there's some places that make that lime cilantro rice properly. So I have been to a fast food place because the one place I'll eat is Qdoba. I will eat a Qdoba. I'll pick up a burrito.
All right, there you go. But yeah, I'm not a big Chipotle guy. This is
Chipotle's like, Chipotle.
Yeah, I'm more in the D, some in CD kind of range. They're just not a fan either, Ken.
I might go down. Sure, for sure. I think they're solid D. I think it's a more hype than anything. Plus, remember they gave you salmonella for like the longest.
Oh yeah, there was this. They had the salmonella bits, and there was the bits about birds being in the restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, C. They're giving it C. I don't think it's as good as Qdoba. I don't think Qdoba.
Yeah, it is a level below. It is definitely a level below.
I think it's 2 levels below.
Because I would have Qdoba at least an A.
Yeah. All right, so put it in D.
But there is a place. Pancheros is another place. They're not bad.
Pancheros is all right.
Hefty burrito.
I don't know why it's on the list.
It was there on the list. I used to work there. That was my first job was at Dairy Queen. But we only had ice cream.
I would not eat anything out of a Dairy Queen.
We only had ice cream, and apparently they had hot dogs at one point. But on a roller.
And they couldn't make me
barbacoa quesadilla.
See, DQ. Hey, AOA, you're out of I don't even know.
Again, I've never had Dairy Queen.
I'll rather get a frozen ice cream cake from Culver's. There's no reason for me to go to a DQ.
Dude, I used to make the ice cream cakes at Dairy Queen.
No shot. I'm not eating. If you like boogers, then you probably like DK.
I'm not saying that there wasn't the occasional shenanigans go on a day here, but for the most part, no.
No, I mean I don't want to.
But it was just ice cream, so to me.
Dude, it literally gave the whole country salmonella for 6 months.
Kind of bootleg. Yeah.
F beta 5K. That's where I am. It's trash. Yes, but S tier for Blizzard. You can get them better other places.
I would again. I don't want to put it in trash because I used to work there. I'd say D.
We're gonna have to put it at C, I think, because it's either people like it, they got an A, or they got an F and D. Well, no, it's B and C. We could D it. We could probably D it.
I'm fine with the D. C or D is fine by me.
You used to work at DQ. We made fun of you.
Hey, that was my first job, man.
Wow. I don't know why this is on, but
hey, it was there again. Not my list.
I actually was very disappointed because Domino's used to make. You know how you eat shitty food every once in a while? So Domino's used to make something called the Sicilian pizza, which is
every other day.
It was these huge meatballs, and it was these huge pepperonis, and it kind of took it over. There was hardly any sauce on the pizza. It was pretty much just cheese and meat on a pizza.
Yeah.
And I think it was $6.
Well, that and I do think the sauce they did put was just full of sugar. It was.
Yeah. It was a So when you're oh my God, I'm on the 3rd, 4th day of this bender. I don't even think I can walk into a building without smelling I'd order one of those, put my life back together, and yeah, it did all right.
You didn't
But
get the Hawaiian Domino's,
you wouldn't eat anything else.
pineapples and ham.
Still don't need anything else there. I think it's garbage. And actually, since they changed it now, I
Oh
think
man, it's so if you get other things there, it's so disappointing. Like if you try to get wings at Domino's, which they're not bad, but they charge. It's like they're the tiniest wings in the world.
yeah, it was well. That's what
Mm.
the Brooklyn was. It was like a thin crust thing, dude. It wasn't like it wasn't like New York. It was what they were trying to do, BK. They were trying to do like a slice. They're trying to do slice pizza, like how you get the slice out in
Yeah.
the Bronx.
Where are we putting Domino's?
I don't know. It's all over the place.
I'm a solid D personally.
C, C, I love garbage. B, D. I think we got to D it.
I'm at a D just for it's not my favorite of the and this is not the only fast food pizza.
I don't even know if I get 50% off. Yeah, it ain't little.
Well, shit. Domino's going to give you $3. They're going to tip you to go pick up your own food.
Yeah, at least Little Caesars. When you leave Little Caesars, you're like, oh, I only spent $3.
No, don't talk about Little Caesars now. That would be some hot garbage.
Oh, you gotta get the spice pack. It's all about
no,
spice packs.
No, they don't make the list, thankfully. But no Little Caesars for me.
Get the spice packs.
Come on, because you want the bat calzone? Is that why?
You're so terrible. They didn't even make it at mine. Because I get the breadsticks every once in a while from there. They add to like the pot, because we cook a lot of home meals. So, but breadsticks are breadsticks. I'll go out there and get the $5.
Yeah, I like the more from Papa John's, I think, than from a Domino's. But like the cheesy bread, which is basically just it's the pizza without the sauce.
Yeah.
And you dip it in like the butter garlic, delicious.
Yeah. All right. Five Guys, hot trash. Soggy fried.
No.
It's garbage. I've eaten at Five Guys 3 times. I've never had an edible fucking meal at Five Guys.
Really?
It hasn't been edible, man. Like,
that's just bad luck. You just had a bad spot.
I went to different ones. I went to one in fucking Baltimore and I almost threw up my. The guy goes, well, let's go 5. I go, I don't want to go that place. Well, it's not like the one back home. Maybe we should try this one. Okay, try it. Same shit. It was the same garbage. Same shit. Garbage.
You don't like get yourself a hot dog next time. Split. They do the split hot dog on the flat top.
Yeah. Yeah, you never had Five Guys. Well, I wouldn't try these Five Guys either. Buddy,
yeah, see, Joe's got A. I don't know if A is kind of strong. I'm more in the B.
Strong. Well, I've never had a good meal there, so they want it at C though. The guys want it at C. Put it at C.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I think it's trash, but I've only won 3 times. In-N-Out, solid. In-N-Out burgers.
I haven't been able to go very often. I
haven't been to one in a long time, so if it changed, it changed. But I would say if there's anything close to an S tier, In-N-Out burger would be S tier. Oh, you had the chicken sandwich. Well, maybe that's why it's different. Yeah, the beef there was just all grease, nothing else, and like soaked down the. I don't know what they were doing there. They could have.
Yeah, see, Joe's is what I'm talking about. The hot dog.
I bet you Joe does like the hot dog option. That sounds. Yeah, you two are right up with the hot dog option.
I'll tell you, it's delicious.
In-N-Out is hot garbage.
AOA.
BK A+. Everybody else S tier. I have it at S tier.
I'm at least an A. At least an A.
You guys cannot rank Dairy Queen A tier and In-N-Out burger garbage. No.
Those are some good burgers, Walter.
Good day. Oh my God. Yeah, BK, that doesn't count just because you don't have one. Just because it's not in.
Yeah, I don't have one either. I've only been able to go. I went to go visit my buddy out west.
LA or something like that. Arby does need to be moved to S tier. I agree.
Where are we putting In-N-Out?
S. It's either A plus S. We got here.
I know it's A plus or S. I'm trying to figure out which of the two.
Then we got 2 Ds. BK doesn't count because he's never had it. S. In-N-Out solid A. I've only had it once. Try it again. I don't know. It was good.
Like I said, I'm in a solid A too. I'm not going to argue it down from an S. I'm just saying my initial gut was A.
It's probably the only thing that's going to get us an S. Put it into S. Okay, Jack in the Box.
Well, I have my personal favorites. I didn't really care for Jack in the Box all that much.
Overrated.
Yeah, I didn't really like the Jack in the Box.
My wife.
We went to the one in Laguna. When I was out that way, we went to the Jack in the Box in Laguna Beach, and I was like, nah.
Okay, so this might be
In-N-Out killed it.
Might be partially part of my problem too. My wife raised about it and then made me eat tacos from Jack in the Box.
What, like the fish tacos or something?
like Taco. That's like in the West
Mm.
Coast. Like, like Taco Bell soft taco. Imagine if it was worse than that.
Don't start talking shit on
No,
my ass here.
taco good. Like, but like imagine if you actually made that taco like not drunk food taco. You just made it like a hard taco, and it's like
Like I said, I wasn't a fan. I was disappointed. So I'm at
you're
like a
trash.
D. A C is fine, but I'm down like a D. I didn't
D.
like Jack in the Box personally.
Oh, he liked the mini taco. I think they're garbage.
Yeah.
Jack's trash.
I didn't have the taco. I forget. I think we just had the burger or something. It was just nothing to
I'll
write
have
home about.
message. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. No Jack in the box. You
We
can't
still
do
got
that.
Jack's trashes up.
It's like a knockoff Fancy Hardee's.
Except with tacos instead of fried chicken.
Trash it. It got enough trashes.
All right, well, trash and Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box is garbage.
D, but you guys want to trash it?
Jimmy John's is a very interesting thing.
Never had it.
Okay, so on Jimmy John's out here started at a couple of the smaller colleges, and it was like when it first started, it was so good that it was cheaper. It was like a little bit more expensive than Subway, but it was like way better. They got gigantic. Okay. I think now there's so many of them that they've turned them almost into like a Tubby's.
Well, because here's the thing: Subway used to be decent. Then they really started to spread out, and then it became garbage.
Yeah,
like Subway when I was in high school wasn't bad. It was a pretty solid sandwich.
Way above Subway. Like this is way above Subway.
Oh like yeah, but I'm also talking about Subway. Like 25 years ago? So it's a much different Subway now, post Jared, than the pre Jared Subway that I remember.
You haven't heard of us, Jimmy John's? Jesus.
Those well, it depends, I guess, where you're at, but it's the commercials all on the radio all the time. I think that's what bothered me most. I've never tried it because I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, I guess C's not bad. Came out that
I'm not voting because I never had it because it's just not. I don't like chain sandwich places like that. I'm just even though Primo's is a chain sandwich place, but if you come out the East Coast, the Jersey kind of Philly area, get a Primo's sub.
Not eat a sub out of a grocery.
Primo's Hoagies. That's where you're gonna go.
You can't eat that out of there. Penn Station's not bad. Yeah.
Where are we going with this?
I guess D. It got moved down to D, but like yeah, but Eric's vote might not count anymore because he eats gas station subs. So like that's not, you can't do that. KFC. We have Lee's Chicken out here. Lee's Chicken puts KFC out of business. Like you can't have a KFC within 20 miles of Lee's Chicken. So
I don't know Lee's Chicken. But I'll tell you right now. You know where I want to put KFC right now? I want to put it in the garbage. You know why I want to put KFC in the garbage? Last week when I was at work, I said, you know what? I haven't been to KFC in forever. I'm going to drive the extra couple of minutes at work, mind you, to KFC to go through the drive-thru to be told we don't have any chicken. All we have is grilled chicken. How the hell does Kentucky Fried Chicken not have any fried chicken at lunchtime? There was nobody in the drive. It's not like the place was packed. I was the only car in the drive.
Yeah. I think D KFC garbage and D. You could choose. Do the next one in the line too. I'll be right back. Do the next one. That's next.
So what are we doing? Garbage? I'm just telling you, it pissed me off. KFC, but I do still have a soft spot for the original. Now a lot of D's though. Wait, John, what are you giving the A+ to? Oh, John's like in the A+ is going to counteract some of the D's. BK's got a B. I'm like again that shitty situation of them not having chicken aside. I still kind of like it. Like I still like KFC. I still prefer the KFC mashed potatoes, the instant potatoes that they have over. What I'm sure we're going to get to Popeyes, which is superior chicken in my mind. But I'm fine with a C. What do you guys think on a C for KFC? We got another D. There's a Joe's big fat D, but then there's a B. So Tony and player in Arizona, you guys are going to average out to my C, where Sticks is at. But Zaggy's trying to drag it down to trash. You order the grilled chicken. See, that's why I go there. You can get better grilled chicken elsewhere, I would think, than at a KFC. That's why I don't like ordering things like that at places. It's like the off item. It's like, well, how good is it going to be? Like, people probably don't order it very often, so that's probably been sitting there for a while. Like, I don't know. D, C, D, right? Well, I see a lot of D's. I guess we're gonna have to D to KFC.
All right, you done with it?
We just wrapped it up. I decided on the D. I was trying to get it into C to see if we can get into C.
Ah, it should be trash. There's side.
Several trashes, but then there was higher. There was some A's.
Oh wow.
A's
Well,
and B's.
DK doesn't count anymore. He's just, you can't knock good stuff, like decent stuff, and then say Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah. All right. Next up, now I will make a defense for the old Mickey D, because I know people, just because it's McDonald's, are going to hate it, but McDonald's done right. Their cheeseburger, the single, is actually pretty good. Salt to sugar ratio.
It used to be.
No, it depends on where you go. If you go someplace,
Well, I don't think it's. Well, I don't know if it's so much about where you go at this point. It might just be my age. I feel like as I'm older, my body can't handle this shit no more. Every time I have McDonald's, I feel like shit afterwards, so I just don't eat it anymore.
Harvey, I like, actually Canada, I like Harvey Burger. But like, they actually, they're if I recall correctly, the single chicken sandwich wasn't bad. The fish thing wasn't bad. And they do have the best French fries. Like, that is one thing you have to give them. Their French fries are better than anybody else's.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I do like the fries, but it's not enough. Joe, you like Churches? I got Churches finally. I wasn't thrilled with Churches, and they're not on this list, unfortunately.
Okay.
I think I was also disappointed by the biscuit. They had these honey biscuits that they were talking up, and then I got it, and I was like, eh.
Well, I think I just used to eat it as junk food, so I don't know if you do hate it that much.
I don't know, but McDonald's, yeah, I can't go anymore.
It is like C or B, you know what I mean? S tier. I don't know if it's S tier.
Oh, what? McDonald's?
BK. You just said KFC was F tier and McDonald's is trash. You, sir, are wrong all day.
I don't like McDonald's.
What do you think it is? It's got to be at least, it's B or C, right?
For me, McDonald's, I got down with the D's probably.
No way.
I just can't go. I told you, I just can't go anymore. So,
Yeah, well,
what good does that do me? If I can't eat anything there anymore.
Hot Pockets, but you can't eat McDonald's?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
I think they probably just don't like it.
I don't know. And maybe it's just them trying to offer things that should have been better for me. Not better for me. Thinking that I would have been down. Like, being able to add bacon to a quarter pounder should have been like the end all be all. You guys fucking nailed it. But for whatever reason, that bacon on the quarter pounder with bacon sucks.
Okay. This is one thing I'll say.
They use the bacon they use on that is like the paper Marvel's using for the covers. It's like you could see through it.
Do they still have, speaking of the bacon, do they still have the bacon, egg, and cheese bagel? And with some,
I'm sure they do.
That was really good.
You know what? You just reminded me. Breakfast. You reminded me of McDonald's breakfast. I don't get that, but the sausage biscuit with egg, I will still get anytime. I can go at least to C now.
And Firehouse Subs is kind of regional to the East Coast, I think, and they just sold out.
Else. I'm good with a C. The sausage biscuit with egg, I'm still down for that. I can eat that.
They have a couple of things. I think all fast food bacon is sad. Yes, but my question is, the one good thing about it is they used to be cheap. Are they still cheaper than everybody else or no?
We got the streamers.
Oh, the Russians are trying to make a shot here, huh?
I'll get rid of them.
I see a girl here. Okay.
Jesus.
I think it's probably going to be C. There's a lot of B's. There's a couple of F's and a D.
I can go C just because of the sausage biscuit with egg, but I don't know if I can go any higher.
Okay, well, go C. There's B, S, Saggy asked it, but
I saw some trashes.
Yeah, BK trashed it. And
look at all these F's.
Yeah, but
Ken knows what I'm talking about.
Ken put 7 F's down there.
But I'll just take one of them because he knows what I'm talking about. You eat that and you're just like, oh God, I feel awful.
That's how I feel with all of it. So, like, one of the reasons, don't act like I'm some health freak too. I have ulcerative colitis, and they took out my colon, so I can't eat fast food because I'd be shitting myself all the time. So, like, I can't eat any of these places anymore. But yeah, I mean, McDonald's wasn't one that it's not. Yeah.
So where are we going to land on it then? Just so we can keep going.
Yeah. C. I think C.
See, I'm
all trash. I'd agree though. But even when I did eat, like, I never grew up eating fast food, but when I ate it, it was usually when I had to be pretty intoxicated to be eating fast food.
Nah, well, it was always like a treat. It was like a bonus.
Oh yeah, no, we always cooked a home meal, so like we were poor, we couldn't afford fast food.
That's what I mean. So when we did get to go, it was a treat. Like,
it's going to McDonald's. Yeah. It stinks. Yeah, I can't eat a lot of things, but that's okay. You live with it.
We got a few.
Panda Express. So I used to be an advertising exec like decades ago, and I had a bunch of offices throughout the Midwest, and one of my offices was in Ohio. And Ohio's food is very greasy and fatty, but they also got more fast food joints per capita than any fucking place in the world, especially in Toledo, where I had an office. I used to have an office that oversaw the baseball stadium there. But my corporate apartment was across the street for like on the way to my corporate apartment from the office was a Panda Express. So I'd eat the Panda Express and then I would have diarrhea shortly afterwards. So I don't know.
Bees and garbage.
Yeah, I mean, like
And the
I don't
garbage.
know. I don't know if you've ever lived in a corporate apartment before, but they don't give you a lot of stuff like to cook. They give you like 2 plate. It's like pretty much what people left over. Like you could request it, but I never did. So yeah,
these guys are going full on raccoon. They're trash panda in this.
It is. It's not good. I don't know why I ate it.
Well, you got BK. BK is coming at it from a different angle than the rest.
Dude, BK must love diarrhea because this food will give you diarrhea.
I don't know about that. I've gotten it a couple times. I've just not been thrilled, so I'm not gonna garbage it. But
the general, I would eat. I eat General Chow's chicken there and something else. It's not as good as Chinese joints are way better, man. B. You know, I'll give you, one thing I'll give you is it's cheap. That was the one thing. Like if I was working late, like sometimes I had to work like late, and I'd come home and I just grab some Panda Express. It was cheap. It was edible. That's the only nice thing I'm going to say about it. It's cheap and edible.
I don't know. So we're it's all kind of all over the place. A lot of trashes, but not enough to put it in the trash. I don't think because there's still a solid number of bees.
It's not hot garbage. 1, 2, 3. What do we have? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
4,
but
5. So C. Put in C.
Like I said, we got bees. That's why we can't trash it because there's bees to counteract the trashes. C is fine. Like I said, I'm not gonna go. Just like McDonald's, like I'm just not gonna go.
Hey, BK. I've eaten at most of these. Like I had to travel a lot. Like I was a sponsored poker player for a while, so I spent a lot of time in Vegas. I ate at those places because you don't want to eat in casino all the time. Obviously, I was in advertising in the Midwest, so I ate a lot of different chains. It can't be that every chain out there is bad. You just might have either your taste is something else, or
yeah.
You have one. So you have one good BK. BK, like I'm not saying anything's wrong with Panda Express. It just there's nothing to it. It's cheap food that's just okay.
Yeah.
And 90% of the time, you just hope you don't get diarrhea from it.
Yeah, we got no McDowell's on the list. They got the Big Mac. We got the Big Mick.
Big Mick. Yeah, right. They don't have Harvey Burger for our Canadian friends either. I actually like Harvey's. I know Canadians don't like it, but I like Harvey's.
I've never been up to Canada, so I don't know the Harvey.
Garbage, hot trash, diarrhea, and so is the guy. Just diarrhea.
Well, I'm not a fan of the guy.
I'm
not a fan of the pizza.
Overrated pizza.
Oh, it's better than Domino's.
Oh yeah,
I still don't want it. But what I will eat is the goddamn cheesy bread. The cheesy bread with that butter garlic sauce.
I won't eat the crappy ass pizza, but yeah, their cheesy bread keeps them out of the trash.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's it. That's all I want.
Could it still be D though, or could it be C?
I'm fine with a C because, like I said, I can eat that dipping sauce.
Wow. Wow. No, not Hardee's. Harvey's leftover. C. The garlic sauce. C. D.
That's what I'm saying. The garlic sauce, just on the cheesy bread. Like I don't.
Yeah, they're appetizers. The accoutrements are great.
Yeah, they give you the pepperoni inside the box.
Like, are great. Garlic sauce and C. No, you got to rate the whole place. No,
there you go. I mean, there are trashes.
Look, he lives in New York and he's talking about barbecue chicken pizza. Not enough to go higher than D. I'll agree with that. There's some C's.
I'm fine with the D. I'm only going to eat the one item. Is really all I really want from there.
I think Planet.
C would have been my top, but I'm fine with the D.
C. Okay. All right. What's up next? We
got Craig Robinson's favorite place, the Hut.
I remember when I was like 14 and I had my first job, and we would go to the Pizza Hut buffet.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd scream at dessert pizza, dessert pizza, dessert pizza, dessert. And they would make like 20 dessert. We would sit there as a bunch of dudes. We'd sit there and we would like the football team would show up and we would eat. God, I mean, they would just, it was pizza after pizza after pizza, meat pizza. And I thought it was decent. I don't know if they do that anymore. The
I
last
don't know
time I had
either.
Pizza Hut, it was not good. And I'm not sure it was good then either. I think it was just good that I was buying my own shit.
The last time I had Pizza Hut is the day I saw Kingpin. Do
Really.
you remember the movie Kingpin? I think it came out in 1996. That's
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
the
yeah.
last time I had Pizza Hut.
That's probably around the last time too. Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. In the 80s,
It was
Hut
cool. Yeah, it was cool. It was like, oh,
was.
it's an event. It's almost like we're going out to like a
Yeah, you could play video games
restaurant.
there too. It might be hot garbage. We're voting on Pizza Hut today. Is it hot garbage today?
I don't know. Their selling tactics haven't enticed me. Like, oh, I'll put all this food in a box.
That's another
Like, I'll
thing.
give
I
you
don't.
one box that has 2 pizzas, some wings, and some like breadsticks,
I bought
all
clothes.
in the
I think
same
we
box.
clothes.
And I'm like, mm.
I don't think there's a Pizza Hut even around where I live anymore.
There was one close to me, and I've been here about 10 years now, and I never went. Now it's closed, so I
There
can't
was
go.
one when the weed shop was there. There was one by it, but when they closed the weed shops in that area, then Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut went with it.
I worked there for 2 years recently, and okay. Explanation point, question.
All
Just
right,
got some
wings. There you go. You
okay.
got an option that's
I worked
good
there
there.
for 2 years recently, and most of the Pizza Huts now have wing streets attached to them, and our wings beat anybody's wings. I doubt they do, but if you're saying they're good, and that's the majority of their business now, or at least half.
I
Zaggy,
can't.
do
I've
you?
never had them, but
Yeah, do
I
you,
get it.
Zach? Can I ask you a question, Zaggy? Do you eat adult food?
I don't. Well, yes, I
I know
do.
you don't. I know Pete doesn't, but
I
does
do.
Zaggy?
I do. I eat all kinds. I'll eat adult food. I'll go from eating like a
There's
high-end
no
steak to eating a
buffets
hot
there.
pocket later that night.
All right, well, we're keeping it out of D then. It's going into C because apparently the wings and they still have in some of the locations.
Really? I haven't been to really talk much about
Can't
it.
talk about it, but we've got a couple of reviews here. There's some C, there's a bunch of C's, and then I mean
That's
there
fine.
was some D's and trash, but then people. Oh, you eat everything. All right, cool.
All right. Moving
All right.
on.
Mm-hmm. But he's that. Oh, Popeyes was it? So once again, I didn't go through the chicken craze of Popeyes or of the other one or of the Jesus one, but
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, yeah. Which
Yeah.
whatever.
S.
You think Popeyes is S?
Yes.
I thought Popeyes was good. I really did. I think if
I'm a Popeyes fan. I Popeyes is the
better than
place.
Chick-fil-A, you know what I mean? Like I thought it was better.
If we're
And
talking
like
fast food chicken, this is the chicken I'm getting.
too spicy. B A plus plus. Yeah, I thought the Popeyes. I just got the regular. I didn't get the spicy one because I don't think they had the
Oh,
spicy one.
I love the spicy. I go with the spicy. That's why I like it. That I have the
Yeah,
option. I get mad when we order as a family and I got to
go
get the
the way.
mild.
Best sides, chicken. Their sides are good too, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Um,
Sides aren't
remember, there's
bad. The chicken sandwich
walking
is
up with
delicious.
this is the one thing you can tell. The lines at
Popcorn shrimp.
Chick-fil-A. I had the popcorn shrimp. That stuff was good. I'll tell you this: the Chick-fil-A. This is what I'll say: the Chick-fil-A's out here when they started building them always had a line. I'll give you that. But Popeyes motherfuckers were bringing white bread from the store in their hands to get hot chicken put in it. You got it. If you
Dude, when
put
that chicken sandwich came out, people were literally mailing chicken sandwiches so they could eat them.
Popeyes, I think Popeyes is A.
I mean, I'll be fine if we have to pull this down to an A because I know not everybody's a fan, but for me personally, this is one of my go-tos.
I
I
don't think
love
you
going
can put it with
Popeyes.
chicken and believe and listen. I practice religion, and you know I'm a religious person, but their politics are ridiculous with Chick-fil-A.
Oh
And
God, that's why I had to stop going there.
be that aside, even if their beliefs are, I mean, it is what it is. Their food is overrated. I think they're B at best, or maybe they've better now. But Popeye cannot be on the same. But put it on A, I guess. Put Popeye on A.
Well, yeah, that's when we got to re-rack then.
Yeah, I had what Marv. I had it on a military base too. in Florida, as a matter of fact.
If I got to put Popeyes here, I got to re-rack. I mean, Chick-fil-A is all right, but it's still a shade below.
The biscuits were really good. As for Popeye, BK moved up.
Beta's with me.
Fort Hood had a Popeyes. Do you guys know there's one in Florida? It's in the Panhandle. It's a combo base. It's like a training base, but it's a combo Navy Army base. They had a Popeyes on there for a while, man, or at least back in like the late 90s or 2000s.
That and well, pre-pandemic times when I was in the office like full time, I went to Popeyes once a week because I think it was like on Tuesdays through Thursdays you could get a 2-piece meal for like $4. Like it was $4.99 for like a 2-piece.
Relies on MSG, man.
Delicious.
Yeah, we're gonna get a re-rack here. We'll re-rack it, guys. We'll re-rack it later. Let's get through the list, though.
Yeah, let's get through the list.
Because we're this is another one. Sonic. I've had really good Sonic, and then I had really bad Sonic.
Yeah, there's only a couple things I like, but the tater tots. Oh, love the tater tots. I think the only reason I go is to get the tater tots.
Chick-fil-A wins on sauce and whatever. All right, so then we'll move it down. Don't worry. All right, so what are we doing with Sonic though?
I still like a couple of things. Like I said, I'll still get a couple of things from there. Yeah, I'm at a B. I'm probably at a B for Sonic for me personally.
Oh, that's higher than I put him at C. C. Great desserts, terrible food. Oh, I had Popeyes.
I said the tots.
Sonic is C. It's just a C, right?
Yeah, I'm fine if you guys want to put it in a C. I'm not going to argue that. I still go.
Trash makes me want
I'll go get that foot-long chili and cheese hot dog with some tater tots,
cherry lemonade,
and I'm good to go.
Don't they do the thing with the ice cream in the middle and then it's a slushy?
They think they might, but I don't get that.
Well, I'll give it in C. Put it in C.
C, that's fine.
Ever since they got the next one is trash. Ever since they got rid of the $5 foot-long, garbage.
No, it was trash before the $5 foot-long.
Yeah, but the price was right for how trashy it was.
No, dude, you can't stretch one slice of cheese to cover a fucking foot-long sandwich. You can't quarter a slice of cheese and throw down 4 triangles and stretch that shit out.
The problem is you had no friends because everybody had a friend that worked at Subway. They give you the free Subway things, and you just get all the stamps for buying one sub. It's pretty much buy one get one free.
But this is what I'm talking about. But this is why I remember the old Subway, the pre-Jared, hey, I lost all this weight on Subway. Jared used days of Subway. It was a packed sandwich. There was tons of you can get a ton of stuff in there.
I don't know what Subways you go to. I never had a problem at Subways. It wasn't.
They don't cut the triangle out anymore, do they?
I haven't been to Subway in years.
Yeah, but they used the old days. They would cut the triangle at the top. They didn't slice the sandwich in half. They cut a triangle at the top, stuffed it with a bunch of crap, and then threw that little sliver of bread.
I never even knew there was something called a meatball sub till I went to Subway and had it, and it was not bad. White soft cheese, parties, and what does Zaggy say? Yeah, the triangle top. Oh, I almost put him in timeout. Subway, I used to supply these and friends and made good tips. Oh, nice.
Well, but Marv, yeah, going back to Sonic, it's because they have the what do you call it? The ground up ice. Ground up ice don't melt like big cubes. Big cubes will melt. Little pieces. Maintain. Okay. Don't give me Blimpies, and don't give me Quiznos either. That Quiznos is the biggest mistake they had was putting those little creepy little monkey squirrels.
Also, too, they didn't give you an option not to have your shit grilled at Quiznos, and every time I ate at Quiznos,
yeah, like I don't want my sandwich heated up. No, don't toast my bread. Don't toast. No, stop.
I mean, I don't mind toasting sometimes, but like it wasn't even toasted. That shit came out burnt.
I'd want the bread toasted, but not hot. Like if I'm gonna eat like a tuna sandwich, I'd like the bread toasted to get that texture.
Hey, okay, guys, really, are we putting this thing in the fucking trash?
Yeah, I think so. Let's just move on.
Are we putting in hot garbage or trash? I guess put it in trash.
But I'm not gonna. I'll put it in hot garbage. I hate Subway. I'm not ashamed to say it. I don't care for it in the slightest any longer.
Just put it in the trash. Well, put it in the trash. No, put it in the trash. It's not hot garbage. It probably is now. I haven't had it forever. I'll tell you the price of Jimmy John's might be going down too. Okay, Taco Bell. I still get texts from a friend of mine who every time they come back with stuff at Taco Bell, they hit me up even though they know I don't eat Taco Bell anymore. But like at Michigan State, like you could. There was a Pancheros, the taco place, but there's also a Taco Bell's on North Campus, and like, yo, I mean, you could catch me there 3 times a week.
This is
no lie.
this is S tier all day.
No lie. No lie. Dude, one time when I was in high school, we went to a Taco Bell. We had a friend that worked there. I crap you not. We got 120 tacos. Pulled up 120 tacos, 120 soft tacos. We gave them $10. They gave us 120 soft tacos, and we rocked and rolled and ate tacos for 3 days, man. No lie.
I still get it. I love it.
Really?
This S tier. I go once a week.
I really do wish that's one. I really, yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, runs, no doubt, but like,
oh, I'm fine. My stomach is like iron line now.
yeah,
Like Taco Bell is like nothing to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you got as much garbage as he's got in his stomach, probably, but
yeah, McDonald's will jack me up. Taco Bell,
how does McDonald's jack you up, but you're okay with Taco Bell?
I don't know, but I'm built for.
At what point they were just using fat filler from the grinder.
I don't care what's in it. All I know is the best news I can hear is when my wife's tired.
Oh,
I'm tired. Like, you know what? We don't feel like cooking.
I didn't even know they had
a box of tacos, and the 3 of us are done. Like,
I didn't even know they had this. My wife told me about this thing. Is the chalupa the thing that's crunchy on the outside? What's the one that was soft on the outside and crunchy? Oh man,
chalupa is that. It's like the thick. It's like soft inside but crunchy. It's like a thick.
Good. The taco pizza's good. They did the last thing
Mexican pizza anymore.
Oh really?
Yeah. Or they might have it on the secret menu, just like the Mexi Melt. Like the Mexi Melt.
That what it was? The Mexi Melt was good. They used to have the 7-layer burrito. Ooh.
They still got the burrito. The thing you want to get now, the quesarito. You get the steak quesarito.
I'm not gonna get any of it. We're moving into S tier though. Everybody but BK. Oh, D. What?
I don't care, Sticks. I'm gonna ignore that.
Taco Bell. It's fast food. It's going to S. Like overridden. Good day, sir.
Good day. I will go once a week.
Okay. The one thing that sucks at Wendy's is their French fries, but they're like junior burgers were good. They had what was the heart attack? The one that killed Dave? Was that the Baconator? The
Baconator's a good goddamn item too.
Right. They got them. They got the what's the Wendy thing called? The chocolate Wendy thing?
Oh, the Frosty?
Frosties. Solid A, dude. Wendy's.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm still a big fan of Wendy's. But you're right. I mean, the fries aren't terrible. You said they're terrible. They're just kind of meh now.
Terrible. They used to have a good baked potato there, but then they screwed that thing up. You know what they used to have there? Honestly, they used to have a chicken Caesar pita. It was actually really good. But the problem was they were microwaving it all the time, and it was frozen chicken, so it come out raw as shit. People be getting sick all the time.
Do you remember when Wendy's used to have the salad bar?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking. Around that time, they also.
Yeah. That's what made me think of it. I was like, I remember that. Yeah. I remember the salad.
I mean, that's how long ago I ate at Wendy's. So like,
no, I'll still get a Baconator.
I ate the Baconator. Toss one up,
and then they let you add. You can get a 4-piece nugget, like just a little spicy nuggets to throw in on your combo, just a little extra. Mix it up.
I'll eat that, sir. Hey, put it in A. Wendy's got the
It's an A. It's an A.
BK put it in A, dude. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Whataburger. It's okay.
It's got a Wonder Woman logo, but I've never been. There's one close to me, but I've just never gone inside. Like it's an inconvenient location.
It's okay.
Like it's right near the goddamn BJ's, like the bulk store. Mm-hmm. Like I can't go bulk shopping and then go and get this because I've got a shit ton of food in my car that I got to get home.
I think Zaggy's right. I think it's C. It's okay.
I'll leave it to you guys because, like I said, never been.
I think it's solid. I think everybody's gonna give it a C. It's just okay.
We only got one left.
What a C. Everybody's giving Whataburger C. Yeah. We got one left, and this is S tier. This is dude. They got one across from every strip club. They got one across from the dirtiest bars you've ever been to. The fried clams are just out of this world. And dude, you could get a crave case, bro. Like legit.
No.
You could get married in this joint.
Dude, the item you want to get the chicken rings, the little chicken and cheese, the little chicken ring sandwiches. That's what you want to get from White Castle.
Clams, good. I mean, fried clams, dope. Always generous portions of that. They like open late. I mean,
I buy the frozen ones and have them here. My wife gets
Yeah.
pissed off when I do. She's like, "How did you?" She's like, "She can't stand the smell." She's like, "How could you eat that?" I'm like, "It's 2 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday."
S tier for sure. Never heard of this? Oh, good lord!
I think he's joking.
No, he's got to be joking, dude. We got okay. So one,
Yeah, you can't be in Brooklyn and not heard of White Castle, considering the Beastie Boys.
we got this one White Castle that's across from. Look at this. So there's a strip. There's a strip.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, B+ for the chicken. There, now you're more on board there, BK.
Okay, so it's across from the strip mall. In the strip mall is a strip club called Le Chambres. Right next to Le Chambres is a wig store. Right next to the wig store is like a Dollar Tree, and right next to the Dollar Tree and the strip club is a church. And then across the street is a White Castle.
I
No,
still get the sliders occasionally from this grocery store. I'm with you. I don't know what the chat's saying, but I would be.
We got S tier for White Castle from Joe.
A or S is fine. I would probably say S, but A is fine with me too.
And then B+, I think it's S tier. Back in the day, White Castle used to be the thing to go to. The clubs used to get the suitcase. Yeah, you do. Dude, okay, so we went on a bender one time, dude. And my buddy...
Don't blame the food.
Yeah,
blame all the drinking for that.
Dude, my buddy woke up, rolled over, right? And because I had 2 single beds, he rolled over and I hear him. I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? And he's eating something. I'm like, the fuck are you eating? Right? And he goes, no. I go, nothing, my ass. He's eating 2-day-old White Castle. He found White Castle. I had I had a setup like when the girls come, you push both beds together. When you had guys crash and you pull them apart, one of those type of things. And I had a nightstand on both sides kind of thing. But one really was a bookshelf. I used you know how being a bachelor is. Your situation.
Yeah.
So on the nightstand side, I think I was trying to throw it into the trash. And I accidentally somehow missed. And it was on. There was a couple of White Castles left. The bag clumped up on the thing, right? This is the funny part. You might let him get the buy, except for he was there with me the night we bought the White Castle. So he knew they were 2 or 3 days old. I can't exactly remember how many days old, but it was over 2 days old. And he ate it. He said, it's still good, bro. It's still good. So, I mean, that's it. S for the shits. Give it the S. It is an experience.
Yeah. That is, well, see, that I think that's the comforting part. He was with you, so he knew exactly how old they were. So he did the math in his head. Well, he did the rationalization. This will be all right.
He can't drink or do drugs anymore now. I mean, so
I remember my buddy did that with a Snapple when I was in high school. Like I was drinking a Snapple, I left it on the curb in the parking lot at high school. It was there for like 2 or 3 days. He drank it because it was still there 3 days later. He just picked it up and drank it because he's like, it's yours. I was like, but dude, it's been outside for like 3 days.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't be eating 3-day-old anything, but there you go. That's it. And I think it was summertime too. So whatever. So there you go.
It is what it is.
It is a special place. It's always interesting at the White Castle, especially if you go inside to a White Castle, because you're going in at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. You gotta be in some type of shape. You know what I mean? You gotta be in for it. All right. That is it. Are we moving? Wait, are we moving Chick-fil-A? Are we down in Chick-fil-A?
Oh, I already pulled it down.
All right, cool. Put it up.
It's
what do we got?
Fine. They'll just leave it where it is. A lot of people like it. I don't have anything against it that way.
Where we got? Subway's garbage.
I'm fine with it there. It's close. It's close. Like I said, I do like some items.
Let's open some cards.
You want to do it? I feel like I'm done I'm tired. We can save it. We'll do the cards next week.
Oh man, I want to see a couple of those packs of cards go.
Plus, what do you guys think? Do you guys want to see the cards this week, or are you good to save them for next week?
I was going to ask you a question about. Are we going to talk about something though? Because we didn't want to spoil it.
You wanted to talk about something with Moon Knight or something. Characters like them, but I think you got to it when we were doing the review because we talked about it for a while.
Do we talk for? I'm reading this. Okay. Yeah. It's like going to a Waffle House special. It's like a place that requires
Waffle House. Ooh, that's a place too.
The Waffle House, yeah. The Waffle House is tough.
That's something. It's like, ooh, a
Yeah.
grit pit. Hmm.
Open up cards. Let's go, Pete. We'll stop if we get halfway through and get bored.
I can't stop if I get halfway through the box.
It doesn't take that long, does it?
No, it shouldn't take that long. But all right, we'll put this here, but I'll have to.
You may rest, Pete. I think Zaggy's giving you the. You can go.
I don't know. You're not. I'm just kind of tired too. It's already midnight, and figured I'm gonna crack open a box of cards.
It is. All right. Yeah, I mean it is. But let's crack. We've been trying to crack this open for 3 weeks.
That's
now.
true. It's been like 2 weeks. I want to know if I have to buy a fifth box or not. All right, I can do it fast, I guess.
Yeah, do it fast.
All right, let me wait. This one I want to stop.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about. Okay, so here I'm gonna talk about the Morbius.
There we go.
Cutscene for
I can
Morbius.
still talk and hear you guys, right?
Yeah. Can you hear me, Pete? The end scene for Morbius.
I can hear you. But
I do. Why did you find it confusing, the after credit scene?
I just no. It's not that I found it confusing. I didn't really understand the point of it. Like, wait, why did he come this way into this universe?
To form
and to what end?
To form the Sinister Six.
But I thought we basically almost got the Sinister Six in No Way Home. We just only have 5.
Oh, I think that's the big fake. Hey, Jeff. Well, we're about to ruin the credit scenes for Morbius. We're about to open some boxes. You missed people talking about diarrhea. Apparently, Chick-fil-A sponsored the LPGA for a bunch of years.
Yeah, see, that's when I had to stop. That's what I'm saying. Like where they were putting their money, I had to stop going there for a while.
You know, like the LPGA? I don't know.
No. When they were putting a lot of money into
other things. Okay.
The marriage thing. So once the marriage thing passed, I was like, all right, who cares? I don't care where you put your money because it's passed. Screw you guys.
Anyway. Here we go. There is with the cutscene. We can give it away, right? Everybody's seen it online or knows about it at this point.
Yeah, it's
Vulture turns up.
2.5 hours in. We've already talked about the whole movie, so you can talk about it.
Well, we didn't spoil the movie that much, but Vulture, the Keaton shows up. There's a rip in the universe. Now, this is the thing.
They also showed a lot of that. People knew it was coming.
Yeah. So the thing you got to understand though is like the multiverse and the rip in the universe. The multiverse of Sony are two different universes. I don't understand how hard that is for people to understand. Nebula again. Oh, go Spider.
Spider Gwen. Go
so
Spider.
Now, what's going to happen is, that's cool. What's going to happen is he's going to recruit Morbius to fight Spider-Man. How hard is that to understand? Like Spider-Man's going to be.
But is Spider-Man in this universe, I guess? Yeah, and why?
Spider-Man in this universe, he's going to sell that Spider-Man as being a bad guy. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Because that way,
Morbius want to attack Spider. He could ruin Spider-Man by telling everybody who he was when he was in prison, but he was kind of on Spider-Man's side.
Yeah, but now it's a different Spider-Man. He's been in different universes.
Annual Impact Wolverine.
It's a great way to bring in like a weird Sinister Six. Like you're gonna bring in Craven.
I don't know if I need that one. I might need that one.
You do the Vulture, then you do a couple other ones. You can bring in Mysterio, bring them all in. You have a Sinister Six.
I know you want to do the Sinister Six, but I don't see Morbius on my Sinister Six either.
Oh, that's the big. Well, you got to make somebody who turns away from it. And that's going to be him, right?
I thought that would be like a Venom type character if they decided to go with Venom in their Sinister Six.
No, it's going to be him. Why would you waste Venom on that? Venom's a hit for them already.
Well, I thought Morbius was going to be a hit for them.
They didn't even spend $100 million on it. Polaris, nice.
Yeah.
If you think it's an A-tier character, you're spending only $100 million to make a movie?
No, I didn't think it was an A-tier character. I thought it would be like that they could build something here. But I didn't think it would be Sinister Six. I don't know.
There you go. You bring back Garfield. So you'll bring back Garfield? Is that what you're saying, Left?
I wouldn't mind seeing Garfield Sinister Six because I thought they were building that.
Isn't that Sinister Six the one that has fucking Rhino in it? That looks shithead.
Yeah, they had Rhino and they were going that way.
Rhino. You already changed Electro. You add in the Vulture.
Hey, another tier 1. Annual Thor.
Ooh, Annual Thor. There you go.
I got a Gambit.
Ooh.
Colossus. I feel like I haven't gotten the cards I need. That one Tony Stark, maybe.
All right.
Looked unfamiliar.
Once again, I didn't think it was that confusing. The whole movie wasn't that confusing.
Oh,
But
I didn't think it was confusing. I just didn't, like I said, it was like to what end? I didn't understand the point.
I think they want to keep Venom and Spider-Man as standalones.
I also didn't like how they did the two scenes either, because they didn't really build off of one
Oh,
another.
when he was in jail? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was just to tell you that there was a rip in the universe. You're
So
right.
we got tier
You could have
2,
done that.
Humble Beginnings. That's
Maybe we get
another
that.
little subset.
Oh,
A
Miss
little
Marvel. I don't think we
Ms.
got that one.
Marvel for you.
I mean, I didn't have a problem. I mean, you're right. I think it was a little out of place because they didn't play him. You know, it was 2
Well,
cutscenes.
I was also reading apparently they had more scenes that were cut or something like that too.
Hmm.
That he might have shown up more in the movie.
Really? I
Not
don't know.
like a lot of scenes, but I think they just might have shown that stuff
Yeah, I heard
earlier.
Spider-Man was supposed to be all over the movie too, and then they cut that out. I mean, I don't know. It was
Who
100.
knows what to believe?
I don't believe that because it's $100 million budget. She looks so weird there.
Spain, Omega
Ah,
Red, tier
Omega
2.
Red.
Yeah, damn it, just got this
Oh,
card.
yeah, that
Humble
sucks.
Beginnings.
It seems like a. Oh, I don't think you got that Carnage before.
No, I don't know. That Carnage might be new.
Ew.
Might be new. Hopefully. I only need like 10 cards or less out of the 100
Remember,
for the
if
base
they
set.
do it, let's say that they do all these little sub things like you know, would you be upset if they did take like the Morbius and the Craven? Because remember, we said that what do you do after the Craven storyline? There's nothing left, right? There's
Well,
what you get story out of Craven,
I don't know
right?
I don't know what the hell they're planning on doing here. They're doing Craven. We're getting Madam Web of all characters. Who the hell asked for Madam Web?
I don't remember what. Oh,
Phantom
yeah.
X,
Well, I mean, if you do Madam Web, you can get into totems, right?
Ironheart.
That was a big thing the director said about Morbius. He actually, that was funny because I read a couple comments saying like, "Oh, whoever directed Morbius and wrote Morbius, they're not fans." And then the writer and the director were talking about it. Dude, they're super fans. Like,
Yeah.
they were like naming parts of like they were naming storylines and years and artists and like what they did in Spider-Man. They knew what they were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I didn't know a lot about didn't know a lot about him,
You
but I
know,
didn't read a lot of Morbius books.
was it the director? I think the director was an ASM fan, so like he knew a ton about ASM
America.
Chapter.
There's your Morbius.
Morbius.
Tier 2 as well.
Hmm.
There's 4 tiers. The variants. Tier 4 is the highest and most
And
hard
they
to
did a
find.
good job. Like I said, he did a good job with it. But he was saying that he thought Morbius 2 might be from a bat totem, which will be interesting if they start doing all these animal totems for every character.
You want to see Morloon and Ezekiel?
Well, I think that's where you go with Madam Web, right? You got to do the spider totem.
Probably.
I mean, when the writers and directors are talking about it.
Tier 1. Annual Impact.
Oh, I think that's new.
Might be. Storm.
Storm.
I think I need a regular Storm. Hey, Swordmaster.
I don't think we saw Swordmaster before.
Maybe. Can't remember. The Storm I think I need because I didn't have a regular one. I had like a tiered one. But I still think I'm short.
Good hit in this one.
We also didn't get the hit yet. We didn't get the box hit, I don't think. Which is like the foil card or
is Zaggy saying they were supposed to have Andrew in there? Then he would have been. I actually liked him. I think he's the second best.
I think the thing that Zaggy is talking about, because they had posters of Spider-Man in some of the production material, and it was the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man's like picture. There's your Magic.
I like Magic.
Oh,
I got 2 Grandmasters.
Oh, it's a variant too. It's a tier 1 at least. X Factor.
X Factor. Which X Factor was that?
The new one. This is the new one.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's not as good as the X Factor, but I got like 7 iBoys. Namor.
Whatever happened to Namor? Oh, do people still think we're getting Namor? Are we getting Namor?
Yeah, and Black Panther probably.
I don't know.
Wakandans versus the Atlanteans.
Anybody actually like Namor? Like really like Namor as a character?
No, he's a good villain because I don't like him. Brother Voodoo. Rogue.
What if he's
tier 1?
Rogue.
Got a lot of these annual impacts.
Oh, who's that? That's
Nebula.
different than you had before. Okay.
Yeah, the other one was the first issue of her series. It was one of those number 1s.
Jean Grey, boo.
Because I think they have a whole subset of first issues that came out in the year. These are what 2020, 2021s.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Nebula mini, which is actually hard to
Do
find.
you think, this is something about Moon Knight that I was thinking. Do you think Tigra, aka Cat, is going to show up in it? Like if we get into season 2, just because of how they've been doing characters, you know, if
Maybe.
they go over and do like the, oh, nice,
Alex Wilder. Oh, the Celestial Messiah. I've gotten that before.
because they're going to kill
Oh,
Lily, right?
there's
Oh, Splashtacular.
one of the like a
Who is on that?
lenticular type of 3D action going.
Deathstroke?
It looks like
Death-
Carax
Terrax?
down below.
Maybe.
It says Avengers number 29.
Hmm.
But this is one of the hit cards.
Oh, hey, do you know that Quasar and the Starjammers are coming to a series soon? It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you told me about that. I forgot
Pretty
which
fun.
series it was. Damn, last 4 packs.
Talk about this. Imperious Rex. In 80 years, Nomar has like 4 good stories. I would agree, AOA. That's a good point.
Yeah, I think we all just can't get past him trying to, steal Sue Richards or Sue Storm.
I don't know.
Captain Marvel.
I mean, look, one thing I'll say about Moon Knight, and BK can be happy about that. Red Hulk, yeah.
But he looks red. That's weird.
I hope it does succeed to season 2 because I think they could do awesome things with it. But I would be surprised. Like,
I know I don't have Fing Fan Foom.
Oh, that's awesome. I do think it would be nice to kind of get into some of the other stuff. Like if they start, like they show the dead dad, right? Well, they didn't. They showed the dead bodies in this one, in episode 2.
What are you talking about now?
Moon Knight.
Oh, okay.
So like when he goes over there, I think we could get Bushmaster, which would be nice. But then if you do that too, you can easily add Tigra or whatever, the cat. You can add the cat. Could you imagine if they did Tigra? Yeah.
You think so, huh?
Well, yeah, because he worked with her during that type of stuff.
True.
Like they,
look, got a hologram too.
He goes to Egypt one time for the Bushmaster thing.
Hey, we got 2 hits at least in this box. A hologram.
Oh, a nice hologram.
It's Herc. I mean, I do like Hercules,
but
and an annual impact. This one was chock full of little inserts.
There was a storyline where him and her have kind of like an affair type thing, and they go to Egypt. So I could see that happen pretty easily.
They can but then they got to introduce a cat lady character.
Well, they could be doing it on DC because of how bad they did with Cheetah.
Oh, that's the thing. I feel like they might not be quite there yet on the fur, like the you know what I mean, like the CGI on doing a full fuzzy person like that. They'd have to go straight regular, prosthetic.
Hey, no problem. Good to see you, Planet.
World.
Thanks for coming out. We really do appreciate it, man. Yeah, I know the big flat-headed Nomars of the not
Swordmaster number 1. Ooh, Emma Frost. That might be new. I'm not sure if I had Emma yet.
Frost.
Last pack. I don't think we're getting any more hits because we got the splash and we got the hologram already. But
well, you're gonna have to give us a keynote after this one. Maybe give us a list of how close we are to you getting.
Yeah, if I have to buy any more, I'm gonna show the cards I need on screen somehow or another. I'm sure there's pictures of these online, so I can show the ones I don't have. So we know what we're looking for. Because I'm gonna keep going. I can't give up.
Yeah.
Buying
well,
boxes.
Oh Jesus, another rocket.
I know I've got this crappy rocket because I hate the art.
That looks new, Doctor Strange.
Year 3 Strange, not bad. Spider-Man Noir number 1. I feel like I've seen that. Molly Hayes. I think I got Molly.
You got a Molly, yep.
Yeah. That's it for the box. I might have gotten a couple closer.
I think you did. I think you got like 4 closer. How many more do you need? Did you
like I said, I think I needed like 10.
All right, guys. Well, that's kind of it. We appreciate y'all being here. Nomar. What was Summer
Garcia Perra?
Nomar? Oh, Nomar, the pitcher instead of Nomar. I say Nomar.
I got you.
Nomar. Yeah. Nobody makes fun of how I say Magic though.
Yeah, I know. I do sometimes.
Yeah, that's all we got. We're gonna have an action-packed Sunday show. We got a lot of other shows going on.
I can't wait to come back. I had to miss it for WrestleMania.
Yeah, well, I'm glad. WrestleMania was garbage, dude. I was watching.
I enjoyed it. I will say I enjoy. I mean, I know what it is. It's it is what it is. But I still enjoyed both nights. There were high points. I was happy I watched. I was
actually, like I said, tag team. I was really surprised with. The one thing that I dislike with wrestling is like, why do we slow down matches to yell like on the ground at the mat at somebody who's like unconscious, pretty much.
I know. Yes, when you don't get the pin, you sit there and you complain because they kicked out at 2.5. So instead of pinning them again or doing something and pinning them again, you sit there sulking. Whoa, they're wondering what they can do. Well, you can just try to pin them again. But I get
Rabbit,
it. It's all
rabbit,
for show.
chicken. Rabbit, rabbit, chick, chick. Rabbit, rabbit, chick, chick. Yeah, no, I mean that's the only thing I'd say about it. Besides that, I mean, first off, it doesn't need to be 2 nights. You can cut that back down to 1 night. It's just trash.
They're never going to do it. That's 2 nights from now on.
It's just that's stupid.
They're never going back. They make too much money this way.
They don't have enough talent for 2 nights. It's not good. It's a watered down product.
Here's the problem. They do have enough talent. They just didn't use it all.
I watched that Braun Breaker on what was next. I watched his match the other day.
Oh, on Monday, where he won the title back,
where he had the bad shoulder that wasn't bad. Yeah, it's good.
Or did you watch him not win the title on Tuesday? I don't know which one you watched.
With the match, I watched that. What was the match? Lashley versus that big, tall, 7-foot guy.
Oh, Bobby Lashley and Omos.
Omos needs to
Well, he just needs work. He can move for a guy that big, but he still doesn't have much, experience. Or what are you gonna do with a guy that big? You can't do a lot of high spots with him.
No, I think NJPW is one step up from backyard wrestling. It takes the theatrical of oh, you did a somersault, good job. I watch the Olympics, I get what a somersault's supposed to look like, man. It's cool. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. What Eric's saying. They had talent. They didn't use. They didn't use Finn Balor and they didn't use Ricochet. Those guys could have put on good matches.
Oh my God, how bad was that Rey Mysterio match?
Oh, well, I'm just tired. It's because I hate Dom. His son his son's just awful.
It was so hard to watch. Oh my God, the Flair match.
I would say I was surprised that Logan Paul kid, who I don't like. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, he actually did do very well wrestling for a celebrity. Wrestling, he did a good job.
And you got the Jackass guy, as bad as that thing was.
That's what I mean. That was kind of. I mean, even some of their things didn't work in the Jackass thing, which kind of took some of this momentum away.
I'm trying to think of other. Oh, as good as the men's 6-way tag match was, the female version of that. Oh my God, that was so atrocious. It was so bad. That was bad. Oh yeah,
it was great, but it was what it was.
They shouldn't have done that. That was an embarrassment.
I felt bad for the other one, the Usos, the SmackDown that opened up Saturday because that dude got hurt.
Well, who was it? It was Uso versus who?
Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. And that dude tried picking up both of them, and then his quad tore on him. His leg gave out.
Really?
And you saw it. You saw him go, oh, but he really did tear his.
Oh, well, that was a good play then. I thought he played it up.
No, he really hurt himself, so he might be out like a year.
The guy with the mustache?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It is.
That was actually a decent match. I'm trying to think about what other matches there were.
Like I said, I like the Rollins. Cody, you didn't. That's fine. The women's matches, the women's title matches were all right. I mean, the Becky one was probably better than the Ronda Charlotte one, apart from the nip slips.
The Flair one sucked. That's the problem. So the problem I had with the Becky Lynch match is the same problem I had with the Rollins. Why is Rollins at one point just standing on the match going, "It's my time, it's my time, it's my..." Come on.
Yeah, they're stretching it.
They had some. You don't need to stretch it though. They had some good moves there, and whenever the pace would start to pick up, they'd slow it down purposely, which is a problem. I think
and they cut the New Day from night 1 and then threw them in on night 2 with that quick match that just felt bad.
You think that was supposed to be a 3-on-3 match?
Yeah, it was supposed to be, but then Big E broke his neck, and now they still half-assed it. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. It was still an okay match. It just wasn't that great.
Yeah.
It was
like I said, all in all, I still enjoyed it. It wasn't like there was a lot of bad, man. Like, oh man, this is just god awful. It was just all right.
No, the Jackass match was just bad, and so was the women's.
I like the Jackass match for what it was. It was like, oh, look at that, Wee Man, and Wee Man slam Sami Zayn, and then Party Boy comes out, which they should have played his music. That was the mistake they had with Party Boy came out because they didn't play his music.
Who was the other one? Happy? What match was that? Which was the Happy?
Oh, the Happy Corbin and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that was actually bad. I was disappointed.
Really? I mean, it was okay. The match was okay, but it was just dumb having him cut the ropes the second match of the night. It just didn't make sense.
If
You're going to waste time. You're going to now fix that. Like,
if you had McIntyre just be like a berserker and then fight Braun Breaker, which they need to just let's call him Braun Steiner from now on.
yeah, I wish they will just call him Steiner. They keep now they're at least admitting who he is.
He walked out to the Hall of Fame thing with his dad. And
I know, but that's what I'm saying. At least now they are referencing
in a fucking industry now that is so fast to tell you how everything's fake all the time. Like, why would you just like, I mean, there's like there's people that don't sell, like Flair doesn't sell. How don't you sell? But with so many people not selling, like, why don't you just not sell that name? It was stupid. By the way, his next thing was stupid too. These Quebec, what's with Quebec wrestlers? You can just take them in one big pile and throw them out, I think. Owens, the dude that fought Braun Breaker. Well, there's another guy in there that's really garbage too. Eric, who's the other Quebec wrestler that's terrible? You used to have Jacques and what's his name, which were actually good the Quebecians. Really, I don't know if they were from Quebec. Remember the great Quebecs, Eric? Jacques and whatever. They were really good. They were really good wrestlers. And now you've got guys that are actually from Quebec that are terrible, like Kevin Owens. So,
stop.
Not good. Guys, we've got a lot of good stuff coming up. We've got a dollar bin that's usually doing pretty well, right? And then we got
it's doing all right. And like I said, some of the news items that I covered and some I didn't will be in there for dollar bin for tomorrow.
But we will see you live on Sunday. There's no WrestleMania. Hopefully, there's no Oscars and there's nothing else going on this Sunday.
Oh, and I think we're doing the Jedi Reuben thing too. So this weekend is the Star Wars weekend.
Is it on Saturday?
I think I'll put it up on Saturday. I think we want Saturday night. We'll put that up. So you can go see, Jedi Johnson and Darth Ragnaros. I always mess up. Yeah. Have a little Star Wars conversation.
Hey, don't be knocking our friend Comic Man Andy AOA. I bet you Comic Man Andy probably could knock out Kevin Owens.
I like Kevin Owens. I told you.
I don't. I like Comic Man Andy though. I bet you can.
I do too. I like Andy.
I bet you could knock him out. Pound for pound, I bet you he could. Like knock him out.
I don't know. Maybe.
Not maybe. No. You can Comic Man Andy go, and he's got tons of energy. More energy than Kevin Owens.
Oh, anyway, with that, I guess we will see you guys on Sunday. And come check out, like I said, the Dollar Bin Digging on Thursday, the Reuben thing and Jedi thing on Saturday, and live Sunday.
Live on Sunday. Mm-hmm.
Later.
See you guys.